Why? Why am I muted, man? Why, man? I just done a whole intro. You know how mad it is? Do you know how annoying that is as a content creator when you see that you're muted? Do you know how mad? Do you know how annoying it is? I don't know how to describe it. I don't know how to describe it because now I have to rerun it and it's not the same. It's not the same. You man just saw me waffling there for 2 minutes, unprovoked. Fuck. I can't even redo it. It is what it is. We're back. We're back. There's nothing that we can do about it. There's nothing we can do about it, but we're back. Do you know what I'm saying? As I was saying, Arsenal, looking forward to it. Looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to it. When we were considering letting you get away with it, and have your day in silence, have your day in peace. But I thought to myself, no, you know, you guys, it's your first Champions League game in a long time, in a while, and I thought I'd be there. I want to be there to witness it, to bask in the glory, and let's see if you guys perform. I'm expecting you guys to do your job and win, but just in case you don't, we will be there. Big up everybody in the comments. Good to see everybody in here. Let's see. Listen, the reason why I was late, and I will mainly always be late for the watch-alongs, is because I'm doing the lineup, so they're on the screen. That's the only reason there. But apart from that, where's the new studio? The new studio is not ready for lives. That's for sure. It's not ready for lives yet. But yeah, this is where the TVs are set up. So this is where we do the streaming, and then over there and the gaming, and then over there is where we're gonna do the videos. So it's not ready. It's not ready for that quite yet. But yeah, let's see. Even if I did it earlier, I'd still be typing them lineups, and then I wouldn't be concentrating on you guys. So you know, regardless, it would be a little bit of a strange one. Thoughts on Raya starting? Yeah, listen, it's weird. Listen, Raya starts, and then suddenly we're linked to Ramsdale, which was clearly, you know, a waste of everybody's time, that report and whatnot. But yeah, in terms of Raya, listen, he said he was going to rotate the keepers. He said there was competition. I don't know what Ramsdale done specifically to get dropped, but it's what's needed for Arsenal at this current moment. Is he's gone with Raya, and he wants that competition. He wants that threat, and it's maybe to keep Ramsdale on track. Also, it's very important to mention with Ramsdale is that he did have a few personal issues over the summer as well. So I wasn't really sure on why they were doing this up until I heard that, and I thought, you know, he had a terrible summer, you know, really difficult personal situation. I thought to myself, okay, do you know what? It's a long taxing season mentally. There's a lot going on, a lot of games. I can understand that he would want to, you know, have another goalkeeper there to take the burden off him, to take the pressure off him, extra games, and just have someone else there to shoulder that burden, like I said. So yeah, now I'm a little bit more understanding of it, and let's see what Raya's doing. Let's see what he's on. You guys obviously played at the weekend against Everton. I didn't watch that game in the full 90 minutes, but from what I hear, didn't really have much to do. From what I saw in the highlights, didn't really have much to do. So yeah, it was a pretty light day at the office for him in goal. And now today, maybe he'll be tested a little bit more. I'm interested to see how Bakayoko plays for PSV. It's a player that was almost on the cusp of coming to the Premier League. I think on deadline day or in the last couple of days. And yeah, now I'm interested to see how he does, because this is an opportunity for him to impress at the Emirates. But Bayern Munich versus Man United is the real big one. You've got to get a refund on your Wi-Fi. I don't know what I've got full buzz. I don't know why it's messing up in StreamYard every so often. It's really strange. It doesn't really make any sense. When I go into the back end, it says I have an excellent connection. So I'm not really sure why it wants to play games, and it only seems to want to do it midweek. So I don't know. But anyway, let's hope it irons itself out. People are telling me I got that Toby connection. Lord, that ain't a compliment. He rejected us. Yeah, well, he is playing Champions League football, so I can get it. I can understand it. You not got. I do have an Ethernet cable. You know, I do. Can you plug those Ethernet cables from your Mac all the way to your Wi-Fi? Because I don't know if you can. There's not really a slot in the laptop for that. So unless I'm putting it on an extension, I'll have to figure that one out and get back to you guys. But I might have to start doing that. Is it that bad? Okay, now it's getting disrespectful. Hold on a second. Now it's getting. Now I'm really starting to understand the severity of the situation, because That was rude. Let me take a look at it myself. But yeah. Stop this, please. Yeah, you just need an adapter. Yeah, all right, I'll have to get one. I mean, I do have an adapter for all the other things, but yeah, I'm gonna have to get one specifically for that. Yeah, it will make a massive difference. All right, cool. I've got the cable anyway, so we'll have to rough it out for today, and then I'll get the adapter, and then we'll throw it in there, and we keep it stepping. But yeah, annoying, but hopefully it starts to fix itself. Okay, all right, I get it. All right, I get it. I get it. I get it. Okay. Oh God, it's really bad. Okay, it's really bad. I've just loaded it up on my own phone. That is terrible. Jesus Christ. All right, let me see what I can do. What did I do last time, guys? I didn't do anything with OBS. What did I do? Anybody remember what I did? Did I connect to the phone? I don't know, but it is actually shocking. It is actually horrendous, even for me. Your Wi-Fi ain't Wi-Fi. Let me take a look. I'm gonna keep a close eye on it. I'm watching it, but it is looking like an absolute madness. Good flying, saved by the keeper. But anyway, yeah. So I'm probably gonna switch in a second, but I don't know why this keeps happening, because I've already had this attended to. But anyway, the lineups are on the screen for Bayern Munich and Manchester United as well. So keep an eye on that. He's gonna be playing the same team, is it, that played against Bayer Leverkusen? I think it's the same team, 4-2-3-1. Obviously Sané. Musiala comes back into the team. Actually, that's the one change. I think everybody else is pretty much the same. But yeah, Musiala comes back into the team. Maybe it is my neighbor stealing the Wi-Fi. You're right. I'm gonna reload it on the phone. 1 second, people. All right, let me know if that's okay, people. I don't know why this keeps happening, so I've just switched. No. All right. He didn't get it right. This is not a hate along anymore. I didn't call it that. I didn't call it a hate along. I think that's KG, and I don't know if it's X and KG that call it that, but I haven't called it that. I'm simply just here to observe the two teams. No ill will at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here to just watch the two teams and analyze and keep an eye on things. I'm not here to hate on anyone. So no. Iceman sabotage. Todd got him. It's an Watchalong. Let me take a look. It's saying that it's unstable. Okay, so now it's terrible quality, but there's no lag. Okay. I think what I might do is just switch out the OBS again. I don't know why this keeps happening all the time. If you hear you hate them. Okay, yeah, fuck that. I'm not running with that. Yeah, I'm in like one. I'm in because I've switched to the mobile data, so now I'm in like. All right, I've switched back. I pray to God that this stops because it's really, really pissing me off. Yeah, so can any Arsenal fans in the chat, if you know the reason why Raya just randomly got booted out of the team, Ramsdale just randomly got booted out of the team, let me know in the comments. But yeah, I'm not really too familiar as to why. Maybe, like I said, it could just be rotation. So no, it's not Virgin Media, actually. It's actually Sky. It's actually Sky. I'm definitely getting an adapter, honestly. I'm definitely getting an adapter. Because it's jarring. Anyway, going back. But yeah, Bayern Munich, we watched them against Leverkusen 2-2 on Friday. I watched them. They weren't great, I must say. They weren't great. They conceded a lot of opportunities, people. So Man United, if they were, I mean, they've got their front three today, Palestri. I'm glad he's starting, Hairline and Rashford. So I'm glad he's starting because I do want to see Palestri and how he does from the beginning. We know Garnacho is not very good coming off from the start. He always needs to come off the bench. So that 4-3-3, it looks like for Man United, Dalot, Lindelof, Martinez, Reguilon. back four, same back four as the weekend. They don't really have any other options because of the injuries. And then Casemiro, Ericsson, Fernandes, Pellistri. I think that's the way to go. They tried to diamond against Brighton and it got figured out after 20 minutes. So now you got to try that 4-3-3 and get a winger out on that right hand side and see what Pellistri can do. So looking forward to seeing that. Like I said, Bayern Munich, they were conceding truckload of chances against Leverkusen. If it wasn't for the finishing and some of the final third passing as well from Thabz, they could have easily smashed them up like 5-2, 4-2. So yeah, Bayern Munich, we'll see. I still think they'll probably win that game, but Man United can maybe cling to a little bit of hope that they were open at the back. But yeah, in terms of everything else, I'm looking at Arsenal's team as well. Havertz, Odegaard, Rice, pretty much what you expect in that midfield three. Trossard starts. Martinelli's injured. How long is Martinelli out for, people? How long is Martinelli out for? Let me know. How long is Martinelli out for? Did you see Alvarez almost scored a hat-trick? I did. Haaland didn't see. I didn't watch the full game. It didn't seem like Haaland was too great. It seemed like he missed a lot of chances in that game as well. 2-3 weeks, 1 to 4 weeks. Okay, cool. They haven't said. Very strong Arsenal team. It has to be. You can't take liberties in the Champions League. You have to play the strongest team, especially in group game one. For the group, you got to take it seriously 100%. So there's no surprise there for me. Zinchenko comes in there. Yeah, Gabriel, Saliba, White, very much expected. And yeah, apart from the Martinelli injury, that's what you expect in that Arsenal team. Haaland was okay, just unlucky. Leverkusen are well coached. Yeah, Xabi Alonso is doing his thing. He's doing his thing. Saved a lot of hard chances. Got a quick. Ever since he's established himself with prime, he ain't been in his prime. Do you know what I mean? He's been missing a lot of chances. The amount of chances he missed at the weekend, I know he scored, but this guy was able to miss so many chances, and it was insane. And they still win, and he still scores. You know, if that's another team where they don't create as much, it gets highlighted way more. But he'll be fine in that City team. Like I said, he's mapped out his career perfectly, so he knows what he's doing. He's gone to a team that are always going to put an absolute insane amount of chances on the plate. Playing Champions League after years, and some Arsenal fans want to play weekend XL. I hope they lose 4-0. What's that about? Talk to me. What's happened? Don't know the reason why Raya is starting, but I don't think it's rotation. If it was, Ramsdale would have started this Champions League game. Ramsdale's been dropped. Okay. You don't think it's rotation. Interesting. Okay. So you think that outside of maybe the Carabao Cup, you think Raya's going to be the first choice keeper? He earned his chance with the first team. Nothing Ramsdale did wrong. We'll follow this one. It will be interesting to see who plays against Tottenham. That will be interesting because Ramsdale's obviously got those shithousery qualities that you might win in a derby. So if Raya starts in that game as well, especially one of the biggest games of the season in the Premier League for Arsenal, then that will make more of a statement, I think, in terms of what could actually be happening here. Check his quotes on Davis. I will do. Let's take a look. What's been going on? Any quotes? Let's see. Ten Hag. What has he been saying? Raya, respectfully. How I want the best keeper for the team. It's mad, you know, because I was not expecting this. Up until Arsenal decided to do this, I didn't really hear many complaints about Ramsdale last season. I know he had a few moments here and there, but I don't really remember anyone really saying that they needed a keeper or an upgrade or anything. So let's see. Ten Hag he's already making excuses. I've just typed in Ten Hag's name. That's the first thing that's come up is Ten Hag is already making excuses. So don't know what that's about. What did he say? He can't defend pre-match. Is that really a wise thing to say? Surely he didn't say that. Did he actually say that? This actually needs to be checked. This needs to be checked. Which account can I go to for United where they're going to tell me this quote? Oh, I found it. Oh my God. Did he actually say this? Do you know how mad it is to say this publicly? Okay. I'm reading it out. Davis is not a good defender. Pellistri can match Davis with his dribbling. Why would you motivate another player? Because I'm sure that quote will get back to Davis, right? I'm sure that quote will, yeah, I just checked on United stuff. I'm sure that quote will get back to Davis. So now Davis just needs to just harness all of that energy and just bang, put it straight out there. I do feel like Ten Hag is, I don't know if he's feeling the pressure, but he's been saying some things that don't really make sense in interviews and in press conferences. The Sancho thing I felt was an emotional move from him to say that. I know he was asked, but I don't feel like Ten Hag usually does this, right? He usually reacts to said player making that move first, whether it's Ronaldo doing the press conference with Piers Morgan in the interview. He protected De Gea until the end. He protects Maguire. He does tend to protect his players. I know he called out Rashford for being late, but yeah, I don't know. It's a strange one. So he does that after a defeat, maybe a little bit emotional, puts fuel on the fire a little bit, and then against Brighton, he talks about spend, and Man United get inflated prices when they go for players. Let's be honest, that's not it. Really, yes, they a little bit of inflation, but mainly just poor scouting. Mainly, you just don't have the recruitment team that Brighton have, just like same with us. Hence why we tried to steal it. So that doesn't really make any sense. And then he goes for Davis here and says that he can't defend. Again, I don't know if it's the wisest thing. It could be reverse psychology to piss him off to play better. Who's he pissing off? He's gonna be pissing off Davis, if anything. It pissing nobody else off. So I don't know. It's a weird one. I don't know if if that was the best to say, but let's see. If Davis absolutely throws in a clanger, then he's gonna get some credit for getting in his head. But if he comes in and that's masterclass, I'm gonna be looking at him like, yo, what have you done? So let's see. It's a bit of a strange one, I can't lie. His head is gone. He is very blunt, and I've seen that. You're right. With Dutch people, they can be very blunt. I know Van der Vaart in many, I don't know who he was working for, what TV station it was, but Van der Vaart was doing some sort of commentary, some sort of punditry for some TV station. You guys might know it in the comments. I can't remember who it is, but he was very, very blunt and very, very, rash, not rash, very, very brutal, I'd say, with some of his opinions. So yeah, maybe it is a Dutch thing. Maybe it is a Dutch thing, but yeah, mad. If Davis gets a hold of that quote, then you've got your motivation for the day. That Fofana's on. Yes, I'm seeing Real Madrid versus Union Berlin. It's 0-0 with 10 minutes to go. What's going on with these 0-0s? I watched the 0-0 there yesterday. What's going on? Real Madrid at home to Union Berlin, and they're struggling. What's going on? How's that game been going? I don't know. I haven't been watching it, but I've only just switched it on. Mad. Absolutely mad. I feel a last-minute goal by Bellingham, final 10 minutes of it. Yeah, 100%. You took the words right out of my mouth. You will still be doing watch-alongs. Yes, I'll still be doing watch-alongs, still doing Football Focus, still making sure that we are on top of these games because we need to be watching them. Do you know what I mean? We need to be watching them. Can't talk about football if you don't watch football. So we will be doing these watch-alongs for sure. Let's see. Don't know the reason why. Right? Yeah, so we read that one out already. Big up, much appreciated. I think Rams plays against Spurs, but Raya is our strongest. Raya is our Champions League goalkeeper, but Arteta wanted Raya to get some minutes with the team and not just throw him in the Champions League game. Okay, that's actually a very good point. Don't throw him in cold. Give him those minutes on the weekend against Everton, who didn't really pose any threat really from an attacking standpoint, and then obviously comes into this game a lot fresher. Is any Arsenal fan actually worried about PSV tonight? Like I said, I'm not really too familiar. I know that, Bakayoko was a player that a lot of people were talking about. Obviously, we know Bella Kocha as well in the centre-back position from Southampton. Was meant to be going to Bayern Munich, and then they somehow butchered that deal. A lot of teams could have done with him from Southampton. I don't know why more Premier League teams like Liverpool, for instance, even for some cover, I don't know why these teams didn't go in that needed a centre-back. Tottenham as well needed a centre-back. Could have done with another one because they've got really nothing after Van der Ven and Romero. So yeah, weird. No one really went in for him. Sporting taught them a lesson there last season. Not too worried about us. Worried about us being stupid. Okay, you're more worried about yourself than anybody else. Understandable. It's a big night for Arsenal players, man. First time in a long time. Are you being nice on Ramsdale because you're linked to him? No, I'm not. I don't want Ramsdale. I'm just intrigued in how that works in terms of the rotation between the two because it's not something that really I kind of want to see in my team. I don't want to see a rotation between goalkeepers So that's definitely not a thing that I want for Ramsdale to come in and rotate with Sanchez. For me, if you've got an undisputed, clear, world-class goalkeeper, then that position is his, and then you've got a good backup option, and then he comes in, does his job for the cup games, and that's that. That's how I see the goalkeeping position. Maybe it's old-fashioned. Maybe the modern way is going to be goalkeepers being substituted, like Arteta kind of hinted at, rotation, competition. We had it with Kepa and Mendy. For me, it didn't really do nothing for us. And the only reason why it was like that is because Kepa was brought in on world-class wages, world-class transfer fee, didn't deliver on that, and then we had to bring in somebody else. So it was not a good thing that we had competition as because somebody flopped. So, which I don't think Ramsdale has done. I don't think he's flopped really. He's probably exceeded expectations of anything coming from Sheffield United. So yeah, I'm interested to see how it works. Let's see. Let's see if he starts substituting goalkeepers mid-game. I'd be very interested to see how it works. It would be first time for everything. Yeah, you don't have exactly. We don't have a world-class goalkeeper, but you should. If you're going to be a top team, you need to get a world-class goalkeeper. So if you don't have a world-class goalkeeper, then get one. That's how I see it. I don't really see it as a whole. Don't have either world-class and just rotate them. I just think get the world-class keeper, and that's that. It's not a position that I don't really have patience for that position. It's not a development position where I'm like, oh, well, let's get someone young in. Just get a world-class keeper for 3, 4, 5 years. And then when they're done, get another world-class goalkeeper. Like, it's one position. It's not a position where you should really be picking up too many injuries as well. It's a position that it's the base, the foundation of your defense, your communication line. You just need to have someone that you can trust in there. So I'm not really here for the rotation thing. I know centre-backs would much rather know who the goalkeeper is week in, week out, I'm sure. And yeah, I just think it's better to go down that route. But let's see. It's not on today. It will be on tomorrow. It will be on tomorrow. That will be tomorrow at 9, I think, was the latest on that. But yes, of course we'll be there. Saeed is at the Allianz. Yes, he is. Still 0-0 with 5 minutes to go in this Real Madrid game. Is it really going to be 0-0 at home to Union Berlin? We beat them with our strongest team last season in Europa, but then they beat our second team, but they are unbeaten and have scored 13 and only conceded 1 in 5 games. That's a great stat there. Let's take a look actually at the Dutch league real quick. How did you mention it? Because I have not taken a look at it this season. So I would like to actually know. But yeah, they're first in the table. Like you said, 4 wins out of 4, 13 goals scored, 1 goal conceded, 12 points out of 12. You know what's so funny? 3 teams in this league have 12 out of 12. AZ Alkmaar, and then you've also got FC Twente. All of them got 12 points out of 12 points. In the Premier League, unheard of. Absolutely unheard of. Unbeaten start as well for Feyenoord. And unbeaten start for Frota Stuttgart? Frota Stuttgart? Who's that? Who wins 3 draws, 5 games? Who's that? I don't recognize them. Did they just get promoted? Who's Frota Stuttgart? Who's that? I don't know who these men are, but they're unbeaten. 5 teams are unbeaten, 4 games in. Again, unheard of. Ajax, not a great start for them. But yeah, PSV, perfect record. So in good form, confident. Let's see how they play. Don't park it. Hopefully they don't come here and park it. I've seen Newcastle do it last night. Preferably, I'd like somebody to be brave in this game and attack Arsenal. I'll ask him. I'll bell him. Yeah, facts. I'll ask him because he will definitely know. Let's see. We will beat them with our strongest. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm more than happy to answer questions on this. Listen, I've done the shows. For years. Yeah, they've been very consistent, week in, week out for years. And at the end of the day, I know my schedule. I know how many hours I have to do. I know what I can take and what I can handle. So I'm the one that has to make that decision for my own energy levels and what I can deliver. So at the end of the day, I know you guys love the shows 100%, don't get me wrong, but I've kind of reached that point now where I'm like, I can't take them any further. I'd want to put them in studio. I'd want to kick them on. That's part of me being a content creator and wanting to always strive to be better. If I don't feel like I can do that and I feel like it's got a limit and a ceiling, then I'm going to strive for something different. And at the end of the day, if I come back and produce something better and different and, you know, give you more creativity and give you more than what you're getting, then, you know, people will be able to take that for its time, enjoy it and move on. You know what I mean? Nothing really stays the same. Everything always changes. That show is not going to go on until I'm 80 years old. So at the end of the day, that's the decision I have to make. And yeah, Sava wouldn't have the time to do the London Club's Carnage. I know he did a couple of episodes, but that was already, you know, looking like it was going to be difficult to find another Spurs fan. At the end of the day, I just got to a point where, listen, I'd already tried about God knows how many times to do that show and really put it back together, but it wasn't working. So you can't push it if it's not meant to be. So yeah, I do a lot of content. You know, on DR, got a panel there, Big Six panel there. So yeah, do a lot of panels, and now I gotta try and think of new ways to you know, kick on. Galatasaray, it's 2-2. Yeah, I'm not saying that it's going to be gone forever. We spoke about it in the group chat. It might come back in the international breaks, you know, every now and then, little catch up. But yeah, like I said, it just won't be every week. Let's see. We will be there more than you can believe. Galatasaray 2-2. They might find a winner. What's going on? What's going on exactly? Let's see. 2-2 against Copenhagen at home. Is that 2-2? It is okay. Oh, I see what's going on. There is a real comeback. There is a real comeback being made here. It's 2-0 down, going back to 2-2. Okay. Wow. Okay. And there's only a couple of minutes to go. Let's see if they can fully overturn it. That's actually a mad comeback potentially for them. 5 minutes of added on time in the Madrid game. I've got it up. I'm keeping an eye on it. Still 0-0. I don't know if it's. I'm going to take a look at the statistics. I don't know if they've just been absolutely smashing the door down. I don't know if they've been absolutely smashing the door down or what's been going on, but let me take a look, because these statistics, I need to be seeing Real Madrid have peppered this goal. 0-0 at home. Not a great start. 29 shots, 6 on target, 4 for Union Berlin, 0 on target. They have got XG of 2.41. Yeah. Yeah, they've been smashing it up. They've been smashing it up. Is Palestri playing because of Ten Hag's decision or fans' pressure? I think you would have saw that at the weekend he didn't really have the right balance on that right-hand side. Like I said, I watched United and I felt like it was very left-heavy, very, very left-heavy. Everything was down Rashford's side or nothing else at all. Right side was only really McTominay. Bruno was playing as a 10. Hairline is a striker, even though he's left-footed. Him coming off that flank, he is more of a striker. So for me, I just feel like they didn't have the balance in the end. And it was a nice idea. Don't get me wrong. You don't have wingers. You want to go over diamond. I've seen a diamond work. Real Madrid played the diamond this season with Rodrigo and Vinny up top at times, Bellingham in the 10. We did a diamond with Ancelotti when he was in charge of us, and he had Anelka and Drogba up top, and he had I think it was it Lampard in the 10 just behind? No, Malouda just behind in the 10. And he's done it with AC Milan. So listen, the diamonds worked in football before. I think it's a really good formation if you can get it right. But with that team there, it just, I don't know, it just lacked a bit of width. And obviously Brighton, one of the most expansive teams in the league, probably wasn't the right time for it as well, because they will just open up that pitch. You know, they're brilliant in possession, you know, and they'll just make you chase shadows. And that's what they did. They got the ball out to Lamptey on the left side, and they just took full advantage. So yeah, it didn't work. Not necessarily saying it has to be binned completely. Maybe when Amrabat comes in as well. But I don't know. I feel like if it's going to work, you're going to need midfielders in those kind of wide positions that can kind of move laterally, I guess, across into those wide areas if need be. And I don't really think Amrabat can do that, to be honest. I don't think, who's the other guy on the other side? You have McTominay, Eriksen. Oh no, Eriksen can't do that. So yeah, they don't really have the dynamic midfielders you need to be able to do that, to be honest. They're a little bit the opposite way. Casemiro is getting older, Eriksen's getting older. you know, Amrabat's not really that kind of guy either. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think that can maybe work in the short term. Gonna have to make more transfers for that. Here's Tony Kroos. He's whipping it in. Shot from distance. Blocked. Okay. Let's see. Amrabat. Yeah, Mason Mount, maybe. Oh, are you telling me that's really, yeah. Are you serious? This guy has become inevitable. Oh my God. Ball comes in. Is this really what he's doing? Wow. Is it really what he's doing now? Wow, wow, wow. Wow. Is this really what he's gonna do? Oh my God. This guy, I'm so happy for him, you know. I don't know why. Because he ain't my player. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's having a little bit of a shit house moment at the bridge last season. But I actually know I do know why I'm happy for him. He's a young English player on the biggest stage actually delivering. And yeah, fair enough. Do you know what I mean? Fair, you have to give him his fair dues. They take the corner quickly. Bellingham cuts in. It just, you know what? It's just so, it is fortunate. But he's in the right place at the right time. It takes a good couple of deflections. He just ends up being there. Right now, God is watching over him. Higher powers are watching over this man. And they just said, listen, this is your moment again. It's just ridiculous. It's mad. You guys said it. You called it. You said it. Not me. You said it. You said, listen, this smells like a Jude Bellingham late winner. Because that's just what happens. He must be loving life, man. Can you imagine? Every time Real Madrid needs you, every time they're in a spot of trouble, they're in a spot of bother, they need a late hero, somebody to get the goal in the, and he always does it. He always seems to do it so far this season. It's absolutely mad. Mad. What happened to the left back as well, Mendy at Real Madrid? Just too many injuries in the end. Couldn't get his form back. Obviously, they got Fran Garcia starting there this season. Crazy. Mad. Unbelievable. People were questioning the selection of 5. He's actually him. I'm so happy he chose to go there and not come to the Premier League and play like at Liverpool or whatever, City. He's gone to Real Madrid and I'm here for this, man. I'm really here for it. It's just ridiculous. Valverde shot, blocks, and he's just there. He is just there. Makes no sense. Just inevitable. Ridiculous. But Birmingham knew exactly what they were doing when they retired his number. They knew exactly what they were doing. When they retired his number, they were ahead of the curve. I remember when they retired it, even I had raised eyebrows. I said, okay, I get it. He's really talented, but, you know, usually when you retire a number, it's because they've accomplished something at your club, like, you know, Zola for us or whoever at your clubs. You know, they've won you titles, or they've got a long catalogue of moments and memories and whatnot. So you retire the number, but to retire the number for a teenager is, I've never seen that before. But fair enough, they're ahead of the game. They knew he was going to be at Ala Madrid in a couple of years' time. Tough game. Fair play to Union Berlin, though. I mean, it looks like they got maybe a bit fortunate. Don't know if the keeper made a load of wonder saves, but fair play for actually managing to, you know, stay in the game that long. Good to see that English player has gone abroad. I'm happy. Yeah, more English players need to do it. More English players need to do it. Obviously, it's uncomfortable. Do you know what I mean? Maybe you got to learn a new language. You've got to do all those things, but yeah, still impressive, man. Still very impressive if you can get it done. And there is more of them doing it. Tammy Abraham's gone over to Italy. Tomori's gone over as well. Saw Sancho go to Germany before he came back. So they are clocking it. I'm starting to think it's scripted. Let's get predictions going, actually, before I forget. Let's get predictions going. Let's see. Bayern Munich. We'll start with Bayern Munich versus Man United. This is what I'm saying. I don't know why it was cutting out earlier and now it's not cutting out for you guys because nothing's changed. Not done anything. So I don't know what the Wi-Fi was going on, but I'm gonna get that extension lead very soon because we will not be having this problem again. Okay, so the poll's up. Poll is up. Let's see. Me or somebody else? I'm not smirking, am I? I'm not smirking whenever I say Man United. I'm looking forward to the game. Yeah, don't worry about that. I think it should be. It's probably because I'm out in with the wires quite close to me, but it should be fine now. It should be fine. It's just happened last minute. They're not that impressive. Yeah, I didn't get to watch the full game. I don't know. You know, sometimes you have one of those games where you're just absolutely peppering the goal. You're dominating. You're playing well. Goalkeeper's having a masterclass, and you just can't find a way through. Sometimes that can happen. I don't know if that was the case, but they got through it in the end. Is it sustainable to keep doing these late winners? Usually, I would say no. But still, even still, very impressive. Let's see. They didn't retire it because he was good. It's because he saved the club. I'm moving on. Oh, he saved the club financially. Okay. How much did they get for him? Was it how much? I don't even remember how much he went for. I remember Man United were going in for him as well. But I don't actually remember how much he went for. It's Dortmund, so that was the reason. Okay, that's fair enough. Me? Okay. All right, I thought you saw about somebody else. I wasn't aware. 22 million, 16. I'll take a look. It definitely wasn't any more than 25. It wasn't crazy. Dortmund, let's see. The only fee that's going to cut, it's 25 million euros. It was 25 million euros. So what's that? About 22 million pounds, maybe 22.5 million pounds, I think. Damn, they must have been in some serious shit. They were in the championship, no? When they sold him, they must have been some serious rubbish. So 21.6 million pounds. That is. He is doing a lot of. Yeah, he is doing it. Are you keeping a watchful eye on Tommy Tuchel's Bayern tactics and style of play? We are keeping an eye. I mean, I'm not even just. I'd be watching Bayern Munich regardless of whether Tuchel was there or not. But it is interesting to keep an eye on it because he wanted certain things in the summer deadline day that he didn't get. So I'm just trying to see how that impacts the team. Obviously, Upamecano is being favoured over De Ligt at the moment. Kim Min-jae was always going to start. Paulinho didn't come in. Goretzka next to Kimmich. Slight imbalance there. Maybe we saw that against Bayer Leverkusen, the amount of times they went through on goal. So yeah, let's see how it goes. But I'm here for hopefully somebody today. Well, I actually can guarantee that somebody's going to leave here with nothing. Do you know what I mean? One of these two clubs, most likely Manchester United, are in serious trouble tonight. And we'll be enjoying the game regardless. One of these games are going to give us something in return. I think Arsenal, be my guest to join the party if you wish. I expect you to do your job, but if you wanna contribute to this watch along more than you can believe, we're here. We're here for you. Upper Maguire. Oh, my manager Cook Davis. Listen, if Davis cooks you, it's not gonna look great. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be another moment which we remember. So those might be his famous last words with Davis if he's not careful. Because it's Dalot on that side. I've been impressed with Dalot actually recently defensively. He's done a decent job, but he's got Gnabry and Davis out there. Pellistri better work his ass off today because yeah, it's not gonna be easy. Talk about what you can do going at him, cool. But what about going the other way? That amount of speed and pace and power, it's not gonna be easy. So Yeah. Can Palestri handle him on going that way when you're tracking him? Does Palestri have anywhere near the upper body strength to even come close to him? That's what I'd be worried about. That's going on his mazy runs. But let's see. Brave from Ten Hag to play him out there today. Didn't think defensive. He's away from home as well. He could have easily decided to go and put Bruno out there or something. Do a shift. But then again, Bruno's under some pressure as well as captain. People are watching him. Not a great performance against Brighton. I thought he was one of the most, I'd say, uninfluential players out there on that pitch. Really, was not impressed. Where people put him, and I keep saying this with Bruno Fernandes, and I said before, he's not really my type of player, not my type of midfielder. The way people put him, where they put him, and what he does deliver in these bigger games, not good. I think it's absolutely a massive game for Bruno Fernandes. I think out of all the Man United players, he's the one I'm looking at the most tonight because he's captain, and in these big games, he keeps disappearing. He keeps disappearing. So I'm looking at him. He's experienced. There's no real reason for him not to step up tonight and deliver some goods for that team. He's literally the epicenter of that team as well. He's right in the middle. So there is no DM. That's a good point. There's no DM as well. There's no balance in there. So he should be looking to target that weakness. Like I said, Wirtz but Bayer Leverkusen did that, but he just didn't have the pass. But he was getting so much time and freedom on the ball for Leverkusen on Friday. So much time. Bruno under the lights. Palestri has the pace. He does, but so does Davis. So when you've got pace versus pace, now it becomes a strength. And that's where he's going to lose. But it'll be interesting to see how he does today because I did want to see Palestri play, to be honest. So let's see. Havertz will play good because it's a different style to the Prem compared to the league. He is still. We'll keep an eye. Again, I'm watching him too. He needs a big performance. He hasn't really had one for Arsenal yet at all. He hasn't had a big performance. He hasn't had this is my day. This is my kind of match. This is my moment to stand up and be counted for and really show what I'm bringing to this team. He's kind of just been a non-entity. He's been like somebody just bypassed almost. He's been just a little bit of a ghost in that team at times. So I want to see what he's on today as well. Let's see. It will be key. What are your predictions? For me, I haven't watched PSV this season, obviously. So I know they've done their 100% record and whatnot, but I would be saying that Arsenal should be beating PSV at home, to be honest, especially with the team that they've put out. It's a very, very strong team. Trossard on that left side can be very, very good, man. Really good assist that he was getting last season from that position when he got player of the month. I think was it April or March? And he's been really impactful, man. This goal that he scored against Everton was ridiculous. And yeah, I just think he's a really solid player to bring into that team. So I think for me, I don't really see any weaknesses. Outside of Havertz, he's the only player. Maybe you're looking at maybe Bakayoko versus Zinchenko. If Bakayoko is going to play on the right wing, maybe take a look at that. That's an area where I would like to see what Bakayoko's on, kind of thing, because people have been talking about him a lot after what nearly happened with him going to the Prem. So yeah, I want to see what he's like. But apart from that, pretty much Arsenal should have it pretty much covered. Not too familiar with the rest of those guys. Apart from obviously Kotchap as well, centre back. And obviously Sergio Dest, but yeah, nothing too much there. It's not that Bakayoko, brother. It's not that Bakayoko. No need to have flashbacks. I will do, bro. Yeah, I will do. De Jong. Yeah, Luke De Jong as well. But I mean, come on. If Saliba and Gabriel are not absolutely just destroying him there on that one, come on. De Jong. He was part of the tall people gang. What was it? Tall people tax for the Netherlands in the World Cup. They were bringing on all these guys over 6 foot. De Jong was coming on. Weghorst, I think, as well. someone else when they were just throwing people on. But apart from that, I mean, seriously, the pace of Saliba, Gabriel as well. They're not exactly weak, so they should be handling that. They should definitely be handling that. Don't expect them to have any problems. I know, but the Dutch league and then come into play Arsenal now, you'd assume there's a gap. You'd assume there's some sort of levels to this. So he might be in form, and yeah, I'd still expect Arsenal to deal with him, you know. I still expect Arsenal centre-backs to deal with him, especially Saliba. I rate Saliba, so I expect Saliba to deal with him. There is, yeah. I'm not sure. It should be 9 o'clock. Should be. All right, smash up the likes if you haven't already. Just making sure everything is sound. We had experience versus PSV last season, but they lost their 2 best players. Should be a comfortable win. Who did they lose, actually, from their team? Let me take a look. Take a look at their transfer business. It's not coming to me immediately. Who left PSV this summer? Take a look. Okay, let's take a look. Hold on. You're going to tell me in the comments before I even find out. Oh, of course. Nottingham Forest. Yes. And Xavi Simons. Yes. But, oh, yeah. Oh, I hear you now. yeah. And Gakpo, well, Gakpo went last January, so, but still, you know, over the last 18 months, yeah, he would be involved. So, yeah, that's changed their midfield massively. Yeah. I was wondering, actually, because I did recognize a few more of their players previously, but now it makes sense. Those 2 have gone. So, yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think Arsenal should be winning that comfortably. So I've got it. I've got that game on anyway, regardless. Let's see if it has any sort, if they, you know, if they do anything miraculous. However, PSV, I'm mainly looking at that Bayern Munich game as the game that's really going to throw up some sort of curveball. Are both these games on TNT Sports as well? I think they are. I've got the is that the Emirates? Yeah, I got the Emirates up. Yeah. And we have Bayern Munich and Manchester United up as well. All right, cool. We're ready. We're ready to go. Gakpo left. Musiala hat-trick. That's too much. Come on, PSV. Yeah. It's a madness. All right. I'm just looking forward to hopefully some good football. Surely one of these games are going to give us something. Surely. It's the bare minimum is that we get some goals today. I got 2 games on. Surely we can't fail from here. Okay. This is going to be mad. Hairline brace. Big night. Big opportunity. You know, if he can make a fallout of Upamecano, press him. I mean, listen, he's very good on the ball, but when you do sometimes press him and he might make a little error, a little mistake, have a little bozo moment, Hairline will want to target him for sure. Definitely target him. Kim Min-jae, I've been very impressed when I've seen him, but yeah, target him for sure. My predictions, Bayern Munich. I'm going to go over Bayern Munich. Good question. I'm going to go over Bayern Munich. Let's see. I'm going to go over Bayern Munich 2-0 win. No. 2-1. 2-1 to Bayern Munich. 2-1. And I don't think it's going to be a cakewalk. And I'm going to go with an Arsenal 2-0 win. I think Arsenal will win that game comfortably, I think. I think they should win that comfortably. I'm going to go over 2-0 Arsenal win and a 2-1 Bayern Munich win. I could see this is the type of game that maybe Rashford might score or Hairline. Hairline got himself into some good positions in the game against Brighton, early stages before it started to go left. And he could get a goal, but Rashford, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets something today. I wasn't that impressed with Bayern Munich's defending against Leverkusen. I really wasn't. So that's why I'm actually giving Man United a little bit of something here, a little bit of a goal. Don't think they'll I don't think they'll get anything from it because I do think Bayern Munich's attack is just too much for Man United to handle. But especially with Harry Kane up there as well, I'm sure he'll score. But apart from that, I'm going to give them a goal at least. Watch Arsenal lose. I hope I've jinxed it, but we'll see. Prisoner kit. Bayern bench looks scary. I haven't actually taken a look at the benches, actually. I just was clamoring to get the lineups, but let me take a look at the bench. What's this scary bench that you're talking about? Mazawari at right back. De Ligt. Thomas Muller. Coman is back from injury as well. Tell. Choupo-Moting's there as well. So yeah, actually quite a lot of quality and experience on that bench. You're right. Only Manuel Neuer is still out, and Guerrero as well, signed from Dortmund. Don't know if it was on a free, but he's also doubtful and has been out as well. Manchester United's bench. Almost waiting for these games to kick off. Johnny Evans on the bench. Tom Heaton's on the bench as well. Scott McTominay, Hannibal's there. Got his first goal there at the weekend. Garnacho as well. Martial and a couple other young players I'm not familiar with. Arsenal's bench. Want to take a look at the experience there. Ramsdale, Tomiyasu's there as well. Kivior, Jorginho, Patrick Vieira, El Neni, Smith Rowe, Nelson, Nketiah. Smith Rowe. What happened? And Sevilla Lens is the other game as well. Braga and Napoli. There we are. Perisic is injured. Yeah, I saw he tore his ACL. So he's going to be out for a long time. I saw that. The amount of ACL injuries, man, and in the women's game. Sorry, not Patrick Vieira, Fabio Vieira. Yeah, the amount of ACL injuries is crazy right now. It's ridiculous. They need to stop adding more games to the schedule, man. We're going to lose so much quality for this quantity, and it's not. The trade-off ain't really worth it at all. Way too many injuries. You have to have you're going to get to a point where you need actually 25-man squads and proper, fully fleshed out 25-man squads as well, and always assume you're going to have about 4 or 5 injuries minimum, and then you've got your 11 in your bench still full with those injuries, because it's getting to a point now where it's ridiculous. Everybody's just catching injuries, some more than most, but even still mad. Way too many. Can't plan anything like that, man. Time is gonna go off now. Kick off in the Bayern game. So I am going to get the timer up. Let's see. Okay. 30 seconds. So the timer is going to be following the Bayern United game because they're ahead. For me, at least, anyway, they're ahead. I'm going to keep going through the channels and just see if I can. Maybe Arsenal have actually kicked off. Yeah, they have. Arsenal have kicked off now. Arsenal have kicked off. All right. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I didn't actually see Pep trolling. No, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. A minute gone. A minute gone. Upamecano now. Kim Min-jae on this left-hand side. Man United fans really, really wanted him last summer. Varane's now injured. Looks like you man knew what you were talking about, man. And especially because you kind of do need 3 borderline top centre-backs in your squad. You never know when you might want to move to a back 3, but just also, if you're playing in Champions League, you've got multiple competitions, you need to have options, man. And Man United have really only got 2 centre-backs that they can trust. Lindelof's decent on the ball. Sometimes good on the ball, but not defensively, not really, not levels needed or required. Just a decent player. I think Lindelof could be a good 4th choice centre-back for Man United, but you'd want someone better ahead of him. Right, first time in the Champions League. Indeed. Here's Sane. I think that might be out for a corner. Yeah, come on. Trying to see both of these teams get smoked today, man. I'm not going to lie. I need that ammo on the big six. I don't even know if I can even come with that ammo. I'm not even in the comp, but we give it our best shot. We give it our best shot regardless. It would be a nice way to start the big six. 2 L's. 2 L's, man. Right side. Arsenal. Oh, they almost snuck in there. I think that should be a goal kick. Come off Saka last, no? Yeah, that's come off Saka last. That's definitely come off Saka last. 100%. Played it in behind. I think that's come off from last. Tuchel banned. I can't get used to that United kit. Yeah, it's a weird one, man. It's a weird one. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like United have got they've got their set colors, man, that usually work well for them. But this is weird. It's this weird kind of dark, really dark green, white, and then it's stripes, and it's giving Newcastle vibes. I'm not gonna lie. It looks very similar to that kit that they had. Who is the sponsor? I think Kevin Nolan when he was at Newcastle. Who was the damn sponsor for that kit? I don't know why it's escaping me. Ericsson. Oh, hold on. Oh my days. Oh my days. Is everybody onside? Is everybody in that move onside and nobody scored? Wow. You really got gifted. An early, no, the chance. Look at Davis. Davis can't defend. Yeah? Davis can't defend. No, it wasn't West Brom, it was Newcastle I'm thinking about. But I'm trying to think. I can't remember the sponsor. Here's Rashford. Davis can't defend. Listen. He's not playing with you. That was a big tackle. That was a massive tackle from Davis. Massive, massive tackle. Northern Rock, you, sir, are a legend. You are a legend. Northern Rock, yes. What FIFA was that? FIFA, was it FIFA 07? FIFA 08? Yeah, you sir are a legend. Northern Rock, that's the one. I was never going to remember that, I had the visual image, but I could not remember for the life of me the sponsor. 5 minutes, 20 seconds gone in that United game. Corner now. Started well. Similar to Brighton, started well. Let's see if they actually capitalize on this. Arsenal playing out from the back of the moment with Raya. Clears. Looking for Havertz. Doesn't win the header. PSV back on the ball. Let's see what Man United are cooking here. Ball in, headed away. There was a little bit of a... Yeah, it's a free kick. It's giving a free kick. Listen, that was a serious tackle. So I'm saying you may have just poked the beast. You may have poked the bear there. You really may have done that. Left side, Davis goes past Pelestri. Oh, he's been tackled. Casemiro, I think it was. Rashford slips. It's not a free kick. Davis again. Davis tackled. No, free kick. Free kick. Sociedad 1-0 up against Inter. Is that another game going on right now? I didn't see that. Okay, yeah. Benfica, Salzburg. Bare Champions League games on. Right side, Sane. Sane on the right. Sane. Checks back in. Sane. Oh, he's overdone it. He overdone it. Good defending. What's going on? What's going on now? What's all this shouting about? Ten Hag keeps making these wild statements before huge games. I don't know what's going on. Honestly, I really don't. I don't know why he keeps. I don't know if it's either he's under the pressure, if he's under pressure, because I keep saying this, right? And I said this with De Zerbi. People asking, what's your question with De Zerbi? When managers are under pressure, they have this next level personality that they unlock. That's not always the nicest, that we just have never seen before. And Ten Hag's maybe starting to show his. I don't know. It does sound like he's under pressure. Some of the things he's saying don't really make any sense. When Klopp's under pressure, he does tend to get a little bit nasty. Do you know what I'm saying? A little bit rude. Everybody's got that personality. Even like, Lampard was really bad for it when he was going through the thick of it in the first spell. He just becomes so annoying in the press conferences. But it's all about pressure. If you don't feel any pressure and your team's winning, you're going to be the most charismatic, friendly, outgoing, happy manager out there. You're going to be busting jokes, all that. But when you're under pressure, that's when that personality comes out. And that's the personality that has to deal with the players and run the pre-match meetings and have the 1v1 dialogues. And I don't know, sometimes it can get a bit too much if they can't handle it. Shot, saved, Odegaard, rebound, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. Arsenal scored. Saka's just scored. Yeah. Yeah, he didn't. But that was some next level madness. This guy clearly was not in tune with the real world. I don't know. He's a special type of personality, man. That guy was just too calm, man. Too calm. Like, no emotion. Didn't seem to have any emotion. Not on the sidelines with the team when they were in scraps and fights. Not when we had been wrong, when we were on the wrong end of decisions from referees. Not when we're not any time did he show any emotion. He just didn't show anything. But yeah, Saka on the rebound from the Odegaard shot. Odegaard took the shot, saved. It was actually, it wasn't the worst parry from the keeper. He did push it to the side, but Saka just got his right foot and put it in the bottom corner. 1-0 to Arsenal. 1-0 to Arsenal. But yeah, I like I said, I expect them to win that game anyway. So here's what it is. Yeah, done his thing. His first ever Champions League goal. It's going to be a lot of first evers for a lot of that team. Shot from distance, save from Raya. I think it was Bakayoko, was it? It's a lot of first evers. A lot of first evers. Berbatov was emotionless as well. Yeah, he can be because he's a player, but I think managers can't really be emotionless. They have a whole ass team to motivate, so I don't think they can afford to be emotionless. Players can be like that because all they need to do is deliver on the pitch as an individual, and overall that will help the team. You don't really need to be this emotional player unless maybe you're a leader in the team or whatever. But yeah, managers need to have some sort of emotion. Otherwise, you're missing out. Really, you're missing out. Ericsson played in behind, cleared. Kept in. Arsenal trying to find a second goal. Zinchenko, he's playing out wide. There's just a little bit of a free kick in the Man United game. Declan Rice now. Arsenal really in there, just strutting their stuff now. Really, really comfortable on the ball. Zinchenko's just clipped it. Oh, almost found Havertz. Almost. 5 minutes back on it now. Jesus missed. Do Chelsea players see what happens when they shoot? We don't have enough of those, man. Shots and then parries and then rebounds, and we don't follow in. We don't take those shots to then follow in and get that luck. That's what that is. It wasn't the perfect goal. It wasn't every single pass on point and then finds its way to the forward to finish it off. It was a shot that was saved. It wasn't the greatest shot from Odegaard, but it was saved. fell to Saka, and then he picks up the rebound and scores. And he was also in the right place to do that. He was committing in the box, but yeah, we don't always be doing that. We don't be doing that enough, man. United in possession, they're gonna go long, headed away by Kim and Jay. Man United have been good, you know, first 12, 13 minutes. They've been the better team, probably. Here's Sane. Checks. Oh, I love Sane. I love Sane, man. I love Sane. I love watching Sane. He's so good. He's so good. I wish he didn't leave the Prem. I can't lie. I wish he didn't leave the Premier League. He's such a baller. He's such a baller. He's not us. What are you talking about? Are you mad? It's this 007. I'm actually not even keeping up. I'm not going to lie. I know people are doing 007 for Mount. He's injured now. People are doing 007 for Havertz. I'm not even keeping up. I got too many problems. That's too shameless. I've actually got way too many problems right now with my team. My whole team going to do 007 if I'm not careful. I need goals. Here's Davis. Davis is just, yeah, it's too strong. He does. He plays like a street footballer. Benfica down to 10 men. Not impressed with Bayern Munich so far. No. Barely really seen Kane on the ball. Not really many touches for him. Sane, Gnabry. Not really seen too much from Gnabry. PSV trying to get it forward so can play it down the left. Let's see. Bayern are... They're not indestructible, man. They're not indestructible. They had a lot of messy moments last season. Obviously got the title. Thanks to kind of Dortmund bottling it. Even on the final day, it was a lot of drama. So Bayern Munich team that are not to be overly feared, to be honest. Since Tuchel's gone in there. Missed penalty and a red card for Benfica versus Salzburg. That goalkeeper that scored yesterday for, was it Lazio? In the 94th minute, wearing the 94 kit. It was mad. Madness. And it's actually a bullet header as well. I love it when a goalkeeper gets a last minute winner. There's nothing better than that. Can you imagine being in a stadium, big game, watching your team and the goalkeeper scores a last minute winner? The limbs. The absolute limbs. I remember Alisson doing it for Liverpool. Jesus. Ridiculous. Poor man's Alisson. I knew he'd get... Wide free kick for Fernandes. He's going to whip it in. Good position, really, for United if they get the delivery right. Should really want to take advantage of this start that they've had. They've actually been good. Ball comes in. Headed away. Out for a corner, I think. Maybe a throw. Harry Kane doing the defensive duties there. What happened to Thomas Tuchel? Don't see him in the coaching area. Somebody said he was banned. I don't know if that's actually the case. I didn't actually even look in. Rashford. Unless there's a ban carrying over from last season in Uefa competitions that I'm forgetting. Regular looking decent. Yeah. Maybe he's banned. I'll have to take a look. Playing it down the line. Offside. No, that's not the way to go. Why did Tuchel buy Cade if he's insisted on being a counter-attacking team? He got a red card in the quarterfinal versus Man City last season. Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. Here's Onana. On the ball now. He's going to play it forward. Why is Harry... He was dropping deep the other day as well. Against Leverkusen at times. He did drop quite deep, but... Yeah, I don't know. Harry Kane, should he really have to drop deep in this team? Not really. Musiala's there as a 10 today. Rashford's cutting in. Rashford. Keeper saved it. It's a good play from Rashford. Shouldn't really have to drop deep. You know, there is that creative 10 playing there to kind of, you know, allow you to stay in the box almost. But if he's not getting many touches, he's a player that's used to being on the ball and getting a lot of touches. And the team that he came from plays through him. So obviously Bayern Munich and Tottenham is two different things. But at the end of the day, if he's not getting many touches, he's always going to drift and try and get involved in the game, because he will feel, and he's correct in saying he's too good to be getting to 6-7 touches in the half. You know, he should be getting, you know, minimum 10 to 15 touches. He will want to be involved. So doesn't really surprise me. He's going to clip it over the top. Rashford cooking. Yeah, he's playing against a false right back. He's more of a midfielder, isn't he? So he's been playing right back for Bayern Munich, but he's a midfielder from what I remember at Leipzig. So Rashford could have a good day there. I know Rashford was quite selfish against Brighton, but I truly believe he was the only person that looked like a threat. I know there was some decision making that could have been better, and he is getting older, so there's going to be a lot less lenience for Rashford not polishing up his game, being able to create as well as score, you know, from that left wing, considering you're saying, I'm a left winger, I can't play striker. You know, you need to be a lot more polished at left wing at this point where you are creating for others, especially now there's a striker in the team. But he was the only one looking like doing something in that game. Oh, Saka. No, not yet. Yeah, Saka's the one that got the goal. Where would they be without him? I don't know. What would that attack look like? Sancho on the left, Anthony on the right, and Hairline up top. That brother would be starving. So Bayern are just playing out from the back. Let's see. United are winning this tie. The thing is, don't get me wrong, they've had a good start, but they haven't capitalized with the goal. So, I mean, it might come into this game a little bit. Man United need to score. They did the same thing against Brighton. They had a good start, and then it all went away. Here's Kane playing it in behind. Corner, I think. I think that's a corner. Oh, Jesus. Arsenal got a counter. Saka still going for Arsenal. Jesus in the box. Saka, really good pass. 2-0. 2-0 Trossard. What a finish. What a finish from Trossard. Oh, what a finish, man. First time, slots it in the bottom corner. Picked his spot. 2-0. I think 2-0 was too generous for PSV. I should have said maybe 3 or 4 the way it's looking. Arsenal having a field day. They're confident. PSV are committing bodies forward because they're trying to get the equaliser. It's just left all of this space on the counter-attack. No one picked it up. Jesus intercepted. And Saka, fair play to Saka, a goal and an assist now. He just bided his time, stood the defender up, laid it across the box, and then Trossard just absolutely smashes it into the bottom corner. Perfect technique and timing. Wraps his foot around the ball, bottom corner. No chance for that keeper as well. 2-0. Game over, man. Game over. I've seen enough. I've seen enough already to say that Arsenal are going to win that game. PSV, you've lost too many key players over the last 18 months, man. Good night. Good night. That's the dove. Is it a dove? Is it a dove on Twitter, right? You got that little dove? PSV with the dove. Just, that's it. Done. Finished. Yeah. It's why I was contemplating not even doing that game today. Because I was like, bruv, they're gonna win, aren't they? And they're gonna do it well. And last minute I changed my mind. I was like, let me just be there just in case. I don't want to have any regrets. But yeah, it's not happening. Bayern Munich, Gnabry almost in there. Tackled and got back for United. Now Dalot coming forward on the right-hand side. Proper attacking fullback. Arsenal coming forward again, looking like they're going to try and get a third. They're not taking their foot off the pedal. They're excited. They're excited to be under the lights. Champions League. Havertz, over the bar. Weaker foot. Yeah, Arsenal excited, man. First Champions League game in many years. Do you know what I'm saying? The theme song got them all pumped. Emirates, flags flying, chants cheering and whatnot. Everybody's up. Everybody's happy. It's all right. It's all good. I understand. Remove the Arsenal graphic. No, we will be there. We will be there. Do you know, now I'm just using it as a study session. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just looking at the way they're attacking, and I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna apply that shit. And why are we not doing what we should be doing? Do you know what I mean? Going forward, what are they doing that we're not? And I can count about 6 or 7 so far things as to what they're doing that we're not. You just take a look. It's just, even though it's painful, it's good for us as Chelsea fans who have struggled to score goals for years to actually watch a team attack properly, and notice the little details, because we need to score some goals, man. We need to take some notes seriously. Yeah, but you guys did it for like 7 to 8 years, isn't it? So yeah, I'm just taking a little break, you know, a little break. 1 year out, it's no big deal. Oh, PSV coming forward, shot blocked, falls to Bakayoko, right side, ball in, flick, cleared. There's actually a lot. Yeah, let's get a bit crowded now. Arsenal players got people back. Ball comes in, caught by Raya. Can't even score against Bournemouth. Yes, first step is don't play Shaw at left wing. Agreed. No, the streaming setup is probably going to stay the same. It's the video setup that I'm looking at, not just doing them from this position. And like I said, what you saw today was bare basics. Like I've got a lot more stuff to add there. So once I start adding those things, you're going to be like, oh, okay, I can see what this space is for and why it's there and what we're doing there. So yeah, it allows me now to like have other content creators, you know, over to do these one-to-one talks, get that second chair in, you know. Say Flawless is down in London, I can have him on a show. You know, I might even try and get 2 seats, but yeah, it's just it gives me more options than what I've got here. What I've got here is a very solo setup. There's not really much I can do apart from my own streams. Here's Bruno, Rashford. Here's Sane. You know what? If he just releases this damn ball, oh my God, the selfishness. The selfishness is insane, Sane. I got love for you, bro, but why not release the ball? This man was dribbling towards his left winger. He was dribbling towards him. He just give it to him. The ball moves faster than any player. I don't understand why he wouldn't pass to him. He's literally right there. Jesus has come close, has he? Yeah, man, I'm absolutely buzzing for him. You know, I'm a big João Felix supporter. I've got his shirt. Listen, I know last season it wasn't easy for him, and I thought he showed glimpses. I always said it. I thought he showed quite a few glimpses as to what kind of player he could be for us. I get off the ball, he's a bit of a liability, but you know, attackers are there to help you score. So it depends if you deem it worth the risk or not. But in the end, Poch deemed it not to be. Maybe Lampard gave some bad feedback. I don't know, but I'm not petty about it. It's not a problem. I'm happy to. The only way we were really going to realistically go for Felix is to kind of get him on loan again. I wasn't really saying we should go and pay, you know, 60-70 million for him, because, you know, he hasn't been in great form at Atletico in the last year. So definitely better to play it safe and get him on a loan and see what he could do under Poch. But Poch didn't want him, so it is what it is. He didn't want him. So happy that he's doing well at Barcelona. I'm not really surprised, to be honest. I think he's a very, very good player, man. He's always had a lot of potential. Just he's at the wrong club at Atletico. So hopefully Barcelona bring him back, because if he does come back, I'm going to be buzzing. I mean, buzzing if he gets back to his form that he showed at Benfica. I'll be buzzing. I remember doing videos with Adrian, who's a Benfica fan. Sane! Oh, there we are! There we are! There we go! There we go! And Onana, what's his name? Onana, who is to blame? Onana, what are we doing? What are we doing? That's the question. What is Onana doing? Oh my days, this guy. Kane holds it up. Sane shoots. It's straight at Onana. It's straight at him. And he's parried it into the corner. You know who's going to run amok on that one? Grizz Teta. Grizz Teta. He was kind of starting to, he was saying that, you see that Onana guy? We're going to watch you. We're going to watch you. Because he's not as good as you guys think he is. That's what Grizz was saying on the Big Six at the start of the season. I remember it well. And I was like, yeah, but he's going to transform the way they play. He's going to, you know, any con, he's going to outweigh it with pros. And De Gea was, his shot stopping last season was nothing to be impressed about. So cross collection, he's improving. Ball distribution, he's improving. Even if he's the same as De Gea from a shot stopping standpoint, he's still improved them. That was a really bad moment for him, though. I'm not going to lie. That was bad. That was really bad. Oh, that was really bad. I wasn't expecting him to do that. That was really poor. That was not good. That's a howler. That's a howler. 1-0 to Bayern Munich. But yeah, as I was saying, so yeah, for me, it's a Mazzoline. It's a Mazzoline. Grizz was right. He might be worse. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. That's a mad moment. Saeed is somewhere in that Allianz Arena cussing. Absolutely cussing. Absolutely cussing. "29 minutes gone. 29 minutes gone. Uh, 30 minutes gone. Goalkeeper Costas. This guy's only better in passing. He's definitely better for cross collection as well, to be fair. Two key departments. But yeah, shot stopping, he needs to not be doing that. Can't lie. Mad. Listen, everyone gets a year. That's the rule. But yeah, that was a bad moment. I'll look at after the first year. So Arsenal still 2-0 up, running the show there. It's an easy game for them, man. They're absolutely, and you know what? I said it. I feel like Arsenal in the Champions League, I think they should be targeting a semi-final. Honestly, I think Toby may have said it as well. I think they should be targeting a semi-final. I know it's their first time in the competition for a long time, but the way that they play will shock a lot of teams in Europe. And unless they're coming up against maybe City or, I mean, even Real Madrid today was, you know, they only got Joselu up front. Not saying that I'd make Arsenal favourites for that game because the pedigree of Real Madrid could never be questioned in this competition. But I think Arsenal could give Real Madrid a game. They could definitely give them a game. It should be a good game. You know, Bayern, you look at them. It's definitely some problems with the balance of that midfield. PSG, listen, they got a ways to go as well. Not a lot of new players there. It's going to take time with Enrique. So yeah, I think Arsenal, they should be looking at that semi-final. It depends on the draw, but here's Musiala. They're a settled team. Oh, 2-0. It's 2. Gnabry. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh nah! Oh nah! Oh dear, Saeed, come home, man. Yo, Saeed, come back, man. Come back to England. Saeed left Manchester to go abroad to get away from Manchester United. Now he needs to come back to Manchester to get away from Manchester United. Oh my God. Oh my God. Gnabry. I hope Gnabry has that game that he had against Tottenham in the 2020 season when they slap him up. What was it, 7-2? Yo, let Gnabry do that. Let Gnabry do that. This could be a madness, you know. Remember what I said about 10 minutes ago? I said Man United have started well, but they haven't capitalized. And they did this against Brighton. And at some point, Bayern Munich are going to start to get back in this game. And here they are. Here they are. Man United, they had their start. They were looking good. But they didn't capitalize. They didn't capitalize. They needed to score. Because if you don't, at some point, Bayern Munich at home are going to wake up. They're going to have their fair share. They got good attackers. There is the Sanes, the Gnabrys, Harry Kane's up there. They are going to have chances. They are going to have their moments. And Man United, you know, it's not like they were anything impressive defensively either against Brighton. So both these teams are susceptible. So both teams are going to get their chances, but who's going to take them? That's the question. That's the question. I had a 2-1 prediction. So let's see. Man United. Oh! Yo! Oh my God. They're so close. They're so close, but so far. Ball across the box. And again, Pelestri just has to be there, but he's not. Reguilon on that left-hand side. Man United, a couple of times today, they should have been putting that ball in the back of the net, but hasn't been done. Listen, 2-0 in both games. We're here. We got goals. 4 goals in 34 minutes. We'll take it. We'll take it. I think we deserve it. I really do. Big up everybody in the chat. Smash up the likes. New camera coming soon. But it won't be for this. Like I said, this is 2 separate setups. Real. Looking real ready. As soon as the EA Sports FC game drops as well, we'll be getting another career mode going. Don't worry. Do not worry. And yes, I will be getting slapped up to you guys as well. More than you can believe. I thought, let me wait for the new FIFA to come out or the new game because it's not FIFA anymore. I'll wait for that to come out, you know, get all the updates, get all the new players and whatnot. You need new Wi-Fi. Brother, the Ethernet cable is here. It's here and it will be plugged in. How do you feel watching actual football? I feel fine. I feel fine. 35 minutes gone. I feel just fine. Ball's going to come in. Whipped in. Headed away. Here we are. Here we are. Oh, round the corner. Round the corner. Fernandes. Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes has lashed it over the bar. That wasn't it. We asked you before the game to rise. And we are waiting. We are waiting. Arse is going to fall out for United now. No decorum. And we will ship 5. Oh, God. You're a Man United fan saying that. You know your team. You know your team better than me. To be fair, Man United have had a few beatings under Ten Hag. You're right. They have had a few beatings. Sometimes their head does go and they do start to just capitulate. So this would not be the night to do it because Arsenal fans will be onto you after what happened all those years ago when Bayern Munich absolutely battered Arsenal. They'll be looking for those fan cams in response. Headed wide, not even anywhere near the target for Højlund. Looked like a good opportunity, but in the end, nothing to come of it. PSV have got a corner. Ball's going to come in. They've stopped the bleeding, and that is unlucky as well. That is unlucky. We want 7. 7 Hag. Those days are long forgotten. Why are you bringing it up? Those are some of the best days. Those were the days. Brilliant days. That day goes down in history for AFTV, man. Unbelievable day that was. I actually remember, because this is way before I was anywhere near doing content. I remember that day, and you used to actually, honestly, AFTV, when Arsenal were taking those beatings, it used to be like cinema. It used to be like a film, like waiting for something to drop, like a song, you know, waiting for an album to drop, or waiting for a film to come out. Like it was like that. It was really like that. It was beautiful. It was unbelievable. Trossard's gonna clip it in. Oh my days, this guy is so accurate. 3-0. Oh, fuck. Trossard is so good. Trossard and Jesus, the striker that I wanted last summer. I just don't know. Trossard's accuracy with his crossing is ridiculous. Left foot, he can take it left, he could take it right. You want him to shoot on his right foot after receiving from Saka, no problem. First time, bottom corner. You want him to go around the outside, cross it, clip it in, perfect, no problem. Is he onside? Because that's the only thing. Look at that. Just, it's ridiculous. Trossard, man. North London derby coming soon. Crazy. We will be there. Wrong team. Not quite. Not there yet. Yeah, Trossard's just stupidly good with both feet. Crazy. Oh dear. Trossard. Can't blame Onana for that. It's the Glazers' fault. Damn. But you see how it's just stopped now? It just doesn't make any sense with the Wi-Fi, guys. It's really pissing me off. If you're gonna have problems, be consistent, yeah? If this Wi-Fi is gonna have problems, you be consistent with it. Don't just do that at the start, make everybody think I'm some sort of idiot, and then now you want to actually behave. Foolishness. Crazy. I'm trying not to be, you know, I'm trying to just enjoy the goals as they go in, and nah. Trossard, man, very, very good player. Bloody hell. Do a poll. Which game will have the highest score? Good question. I'll run that. My answer is going to be Arsenal. I just feel like they actually have the capacity to batter the living daylights out of PSV. Listen, never know, because Bayern have got a forward line. Oh, they're cutting back. Oh, they almost made it free. Good interception. Arsenal looking to get the ball forward again. Havertz. Now Zinchenko. If Arsenal gets a pen, they will give it to Kai. Yeah, probably. Kai's actually a decent penalty taker, to be fair. Get a 100% record at Bayer Leverkusen. I'm not sure what his record was at Chelsea. But yeah, at Bayer Leverkusen, it was 100%. I think it was like 13 and 13 or something. So they probably will, yeah. Get it off. Get that first goal out of the way. Yeah, it would make sense if they did that, to be fair. Ball over the top, Manchester United. Rashford's going to chase, and it is Upamecano, who is no slouch. Maguire, they call him, but he dealt with that situation. Wow, Trossard over that Ukraine fraud. Sorry, man. Listen, Trossard's Premier League proven. Do you know what I mean? Brighton, He was in form at Brighton before he made the move. Mudryk is a slow burner, even though he's fast. So let's see. Let's see if he obviously right now Trossard's the better player. I don't think that's really a surprise, to be honest. He's more polished, more experienced, completely different age categories. But yeah, you definitely don't have anything to regret. That's for sure with how that all went. But one thing that Trossard does have over Mudryk, and that will never change, is the fact that he's both-footed, and I do like a good both-footed player. We never really seem to have both-footed players at our club. I'm trying to think of the last player that we had that was both-footed at Chelsea. That's why I was kind of looking at Cherki, thinking that maybe he could be someone that we have in that kind of position in the 10 that has every single option open to him because of his strength with both feet. But yeah, we don't really seem to have that. I'm trying to think who. Here's Sane for Bayern. Pedro. Yeah, Pedro's a shout. Pedro's a shout. I think Pedro is both-footed with his finishing. Don't think Pedro. I didn't really see Pedro crossing with his left foot really, but then again, he wasn't really a crosser anyway. But yeah, he was definitely a both-footed finisher. That's for sure. Pedro, that's a good shout. That is probably the last one. That's probably the last one. Yeah, such a good finisher. Pedro's a very underrated player. He doesn't really get spoken about in that Barcelona team, but he was so important, man. Did a lot of dog work, but also just very clinical. 1v1s. Yeah, just really, really good player. Good balance for that team. David Villa, Messi, and Pedro. Loved it. Lived it, loved it. Lived it, loved it. David Villa. What a forward. Wish he came Prem as well, but can't have them all. That was a very silly cross from Reguilon, man. I think he wants Hairline to make that near post run, but yeah, the telepathy isn't there at the moment. The understanding isn't quite there. Ben White grabbing ankles. Willian definitely not. No, not Fabregas. No. Just Pedro, I think. Pedro's the shout. That big long ranger left footer as well. Sane! Sane so close. Sane so close to making it 3-0 to Bayern Munich. Just cutting on his left foot. He's such a good player. I know I wax lyrical about Sane a lot, but I actually can't help it. He's such a baller, man. He's actually such a baller. He's such a baller. Such a baller. Um, 40 seconds to go. Someone made a comp of Haaland's missed opportunities in the last 2 games. It's nearly 2 minutes long. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. I didn't get to see last night because I knew they'd win that game, but doing other matches. 1-0 to Napoli. We're nearly at half-time. Reguilon in possession now. Bruno's going to play it in. Too easy for Arsenal today, man. Too easy. Haaland gets away with murder. I'm just watching it. How many chances has he actually missed? Is it in the 20s? Someone said it was like 20-something chances, like 26 chances or something. Yeah. Good point. It's a very good point. PSV have been really good to play against. Played a high line as well. Look how high the line is for PSV. Half-time in the United game, 2-0 down. Look at the line that PSV are playing. It's so high. So much space in behind for Arsenal. You just clip it over the top and they're in. They're playing the Dutch way. They're paying the price. So many gaps. Look, Ben White just strolling through. Look at him. Look at Ben White. He's just gliding through that team. Jesus, it's too easy for them. Too easy for them over there at the Emirates, man. They're walking through them. Walking through. He missed 6 chances against West Ham. Spurs will play open as well. Well, let's see if Postecoglou is stubborn and strict in his style, like, because he knows he's going to Arsenal. He knows they are the better team. Is he going to try and play them at their own game away from home at the Emirates, which would be very bold, or is he going to actually get a bit pragmatic and park it, or at least be a bit more pragmatic, you know, and drop the line and sacrifice a bit of possession? I don't know. Let's see. I haven't watched a lot of Postecoglou before Tottenham, so I don't actually know what he's like in these moments where he's clearly the underdog. So obviously at Celtic, they were favourites for every single game. I'm not saying it's easy to do what he did at Celtic because he's obviously, you know, played a brilliant brand of football, but Celtic are the best team in that league. They have the best kind of resources. They are favourites for every single match. They've won so many titles in a row. They are going to play their football every game. There is no game in that league where Celtic will change their style. Even away to Rangers, they'll still go there and boss it. So this is a bit of a different test now where the league is a lot more competitive, you know. So let's see. If he still attacks and they get battered, then I guess it will be a learning curve. Maybe it won't be. Maybe he just doesn't give a shit. Maybe he's going to play his way regardless. Or like I said, maybe he'll change. So let's see. Let's see. I'm actually looking forward to that for that very reason. I just want to see what he does. I want to see what he does. Half-time, both the games, Arsenal 3-0 up against PSV. Very, very comfortable. Saka, Jesus, and Trossard with the goals. Walking all over PSV. High line, easy to over or to bypass, should I say, rather. And everybody on song. Only person that needs probably a goal for their confidence is Thabz. Let's see if he gets it. He's had a chance, I think, he's kind of put over the bar. But yeah, listen, Trossard's on it today. Saka's on it. It's between them two right now, maybe for the best player out there. But yeah, walking it. Absolutely walking it. No troubles. For Bayern Munich, listen, this is very similar to the Brighton game, I guess. You know, first 15, 20 minutes, Man United looked pretty good. They looked decent. They were bopping it about, creating a few opportunities. And then next thing you know, Bayern Munich, they wake up and they start to take control, start to create their own opportunities. But this time they're actually clinical and they actually put the ball in the back of the net. I think Sané's been good to watch. I've enjoyed him. Kane could be involved a little bit more, even though he got an assist. He could be involved a little bit more. It's weird. It doesn't feel like they've completely, even though Kane's been getting goals this season, it doesn't feel like they're used to playing with Kane yet. This definitely looks like a team that hasn't played with a striker for a year. And vice versa as well. Kane is obviously getting used to the fact that there's other players in the team that will create for him and you know, bring him the ball. And his job is a bit different to what it is at Tottenham. So it's a little bit of a, I don't know, it's a bit of a adaptation period, I think, for both Kane and Sané. I think Sané as well, and Gnabry. So, you know, it will come in time, I'm sure. There's too much quality there for it not to work. Onana's finished. Look at Arsenal and United's bench. I saw Arsenal's bench. I saw Vieira. I saw Smith Rowe. I saw Nketiah. I saw Kivior and who's the other centre back there? Mine's gone blank there for a second, but Ramsdale's there as well. Yeah, I saw the bench. Decent bench. Smith Rowe, well, you know, this is really a good opportunity for Smith Rowe to maybe come on as well. I keep banging on about where is he? You know, when is he going to play? Purely because I think if he doesn't start to get involved, Tomiyasu as well, if he doesn't start to get involved, then I assume Smith Rowe will be sold next summer. You know, even in January, I think if Smith Rowe is not going to play, then that place in the squad could go to someone else, incoming a new player maybe. So I don't know. I feel like Smith Rowe's kind of got to get an opportunity and then he's got to take it to stay in that squad. Otherwise, I think they'll move him on. I think there's a few Premier League teams that will look at him and think maybe we can revive him. So, and if he wants to kick on in his career, you know, he needs to play games. So I think there's something there that needs to change. But it's a perfect game to bring him on. You know, 20 minutes to go. I think Arsenal can start to rest. They got North London derby on Sunday. This game is done. So they can start to make changes and they can start to rest players. You definitely look at resting Saka. That guy never gets any rest. Look at resting maybe Declan Rice as well, kind of irreplaceable in that 11. Maybe even rest Saliba. Maybe this is a good opportunity for him to substitute the goalkeepers as well if he wants to play that game and do what he kind of hinted at in the presser. And yeah, I think there's some changes to be made and there's some resting. For Man United, I don't know where they go from here. Man United 2-0 down. I'm not saying it's game over because, like I said, I've seen Bayern Munich give away chances and not look so good themselves in defense. But on Friday, but Man United, yeah, this is not good. It's another game that goes by where there's going to be a lot of criticism, especially if they start to take a couple more goals against them. Maybe it turns into a 3 or 4 or 5-0. So they need to actually just keep it respectable. I think in the second half, that would be the priority if I was them, because their bench, we know Man United's bench is not good. They don't exactly have anybody to change the game. What they've got out there is what they have. That's it. They don't really have much more to bring to the table. So if they can't get something with that team, then it's only going to get weaker from here. And the complete opposite has to be said for Bayern Munich. They've got some options on the bench. I'm calm. I got a bit of everything here. I got a little bit of mashed potatoes, a little bit of steak. You know what I'm saying? I've got everything I need. It's got my greens. I've got my greens as well. Everything's fine. Balanced meal today. One team, as expected, struggling, losing. The other team, as expected, winning, doing their business. This is what we expected. We got a balanced diet today. Very balanced diet. We can't have too much of a good thing. Both these teams to come and get slapped up, unlikely. And probably not good for your health. You know what I mean? Would have been overkill. Would have been too good. Sweet tooth. No, this is balance. This is a good Sunday roast almost on a Wednesday. So I'm happy. I ain't got no problem. What a pleasure. It's game over. Will Manchester United get out of the group? I know that would be extremely reactionary to say no, just based off this game, because this is the hardest group game that they will have. But Galatasaray won't be easy as well. And we've seen Manchester United exit the Champions League group stages early before and head for the Europa League. So I'm going to run the poll. Well, because, Man United, it's been a tough start to the season. There's a lot of drama. There's a lot of situations at the club. Maybe they won't. Will Man United get out of the group? Yes or no? Let's see what people say. Ziyech masterclass. Yeah, I mean, listen, Galatasaray got some players, some recognizable faces. Icardi's out there. Ziyech is out there. Are they playing tonight? They must be, isn't it? Let's take a look at their team, actually, just quickly. Maybe it will help you decide in your vote. They drew 2-2 against Copenhagen. That's not a great start, to be fair. If we're looking at Galatasaray qualifying, home to Copenhagen, the easiest fixture, they probably should have won. But they have Angelino, the former RB Leipzig left back, if you remember him, former Manchester City left back out there. Lucas Torreira from Arsenal as well, former Arsenal player out there as well. Mertens as well, Napoli, Ziyech, Icardi, so some familiar faces. Maybe Copenhagen are not going to be as easy as we think. We're just being disrespectful to them. Wilfried Zaha, don't forget about him. He came off the bench today. Wilfried Zaha. I don't know if he's been starting the games in Turkey, but he obviously we're very familiar. Davison Sanchez obviously come from Tottenham. Ndombele came from Tottenham as well. He came off the bench. Tete as well. And yeah, quite a few options. So some familiar faces in that team. Interesting. Surely Zaha's starting for them on a weekly basis. If he's not, then mad. They have an underrated squad. They drew 2-2. Yes. How much did Ten Hag spend so far? And the bench looking like Chelsea. Under 15s run the narrative. Yo. You might have something there. You might be cooking something over there that I might be interested in serving up. We'll talk. Me and you will have a conversation. You might be onto something. The thing is, though, Saeed knows the thing. Saeed knows the situation. Me and him are mud brothers. Even though we had this mad Vlahovic argument in the last show. My thing with Vlahovic was like, we weren't the only ones that didn't want him. It's not even about me. It's really not about me. I'm very, very insignificant in this. Pochettino didn't want him. The club didn't want him. But also Man United didn't want him. PSG didn't want him. I don't know. I remember when Ziyech was at Ajax, and this is not even to say Vlahovic is anywhere near this type of a player, because obviously Ziyech was a lot older. But Ziyech was at Ajax for a long time as well. People just wouldn't go near him, and we were the first ones to take the risk, I guess, and take him out of the Eredivisie, even though he should never have been in there at that age. And Barcelona turned their nose up at him, loads of other clubs. And ended up being a clear reason why. So I don't know, when all these clubs need a striker and they don't go for him and they decide not necessary, then I don't know. It's a flag. It's definitely a question mark. Is everybody wrong? Maybe not. It was. He's good, but you have to admit you overgassed that Jackson brother preseason. Yeah, we was excited. I mean, I never said that he'd score 20 goals or anything. So I guess I don't think I put any expectations on him that were over the top, but I definitely got excited for sure. Because he was exciting. He was exciting to watch. And do you know what? I'm not that down on him. I know a lot of people right now are going off and they're very, very negative on Jackson right now, but I'm actually genuinely not. I see the good things that he does. I know he needs to put his chances away, but I think he's capable of doing that. So I'm prepared to weigh it out a little bit. I wish we had another option, not necessarily Vlahovic, but maybe it'll be an Ivan Toney if Broja was fit. But yeah, we obviously need more than one striker. I think that's the main problem. You know, you need other options as well. You look at Liverpool; they got 3-4 strikers. Man United need more options as well for Højlund. He's not the finished article. Man City got Alvarez, you know, alongside Hairline. You know, you need to have more than one guy. But also, when you're a team that, look, Hairline will miss 6-7 chances, doesn't matter. Other people step up and put the ball in the back of the net. We don't do that. So it makes it even worse. You know, Nunez missed a bundle of chances last season. Some really embarrassing ones, doesn't matter. Salah scores, Diaz scores. So I think when you're a team that relies so heavily on one person trying to score because everybody else is also shit at it, that also is part of the problem. So I think that's also, you know, if Chelsea win, you know, 3 out of their first 5 games and draw 1, you know, if Nkunku maybe sticks that penalty in against Liverpool or against West Ham, and, you know, those chances against Bournemouth, you know, Palmer scores a late winner or Gallagher, you know, people are not talking about Jackson as much. So yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. It's a small sample size to get overly angry. For me, I'm gonna just play it as the season goes out. Yeah, but overall, going so young is for sure a concern. It's not really down to just one player. That's just the whole squad in general. A lot of players in that squad, they got a small sample size of potential that we saw in them. Not a lot of experience even for young players, because you can't have experienced young players. And yeah, you know, that's the route we've chose. So now we must deliver, huh? We must deliver. Serious question: if Chelsea get Toney, what are your expectations? My expectations are not really going to change. From this point onwards, it's Champions League football, and that's it. Like, regardless of what we do from this point onwards, I just need Champions League football, and I want to win a cup. So that's really it. I can't really fluctuate up and down depending on anything now. I've seen even how the team started is really not going to go any higher than Champions League. So yeah, just qualify for the Champions League and try and win a cup, and we go from there. Yeah, it's a shame that we can't hope for more, but this is the position we're in. So that's the expectation. What happened to pro clubs with Big Six? Yeah, we're just waiting for the new game to come out. You know, the new game's going to drop. So again, all about time, and just makes more sense to just wait until the new game comes out. Let's see. 350 million spent, finished second, 400 million looking worse than ever. A lot of money's going around. And yeah, at the moment, no one's getting any, you know, you're not getting any true return, I guess, because you need them trophies to come in regardless. Obviously, playing good football helps, but trophies. Man City are taking all of them. So until Man City get the hell out of here, probably people should just stop spending and just wait for Pep to get the hell out of here. Do you know what I mean? Wait for him to leave, and then put your investments in. I don't know. It's getting a bit long. I can't lie. It's starting to get on my nerves. That man needs to go, man. You proved your point. We get it. Do you know what I mean? We know what you're capable of now. We know that you're this, generational manager and all that. Skedaddle, pack up your bags and go and do something else. Are you not bored? Anybody ever asked Pep, is he not bored? This is why he keeps changing his system every year, creating new ways to win games. He's purely just trying to keep himself entertained because he's just bored. It's mad. Let's see. They need to rotate Saka soon. He played too much. I agree. Pepe obviously sold or let go for free. So who is going to give that competition? You look at that right-hand side. Jesus played right side for City a few times. He could be an option. Who else? But then again, he seems to like that dynamic of the right winger being left-footed. He's not really ever played Jesus out there. So I think that's because he just wants to keep the dynamic the same. So they maybe just need to get a left-footed winger. Reece Nelson, yeah. Reece Nelson could go out there as well. Good impact sub. What happened to that Marquinhos guy? Marquinhos, you signed him last summer. Haven't really seen much of him. Is he still there? Is he on loan? What's going on with him? Trossard, Nelson can all play. Yeah. I dare Spurs to come and play football. I can't wait for that game. It's going to be fun. All right, second half's going to kick off. Oh, this is all on pause. Smash up the likes if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. We are pushing for that 70K. It's a Mazzoline. Absolute Mazzoline. On loan to Feyenoord. Okay. People that didn't want him don't know ball. Who are you talking about? It seems like Tuchel doesn't trust Mazur. Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't. Well, I don't know. It's weird. He doesn't. Maybe he doesn't. I thought. Listen, I'd like to see him. Obviously, we saw him from Morocco. Him in the left back position, wasn't it? Hakimi on the right. Listen, the whole Moroccan team was unbelievable. So yeah, I wish we could see him because he's naturally a right back and he did very well at Ajax. But yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm not sure, to be honest, why he doesn't want to use him. I'm not really sure. Be a Bayern Munich fan might know. I don't know, man. It's a shame. He's a good player, but he impressed me in the Ajax games anyway when I saw him last season in the European games. So I don't know. All right, we've kicked off now. I'm just going to slowly but surely we will get the timer back on. I just want to make sure it is in line. Oh yeah, I thought we missed the boat. Yeah, Man United actually kicked off a few minutes ago. We're so far behind. All right, let me just refresh everything. But yeah, the games have kicked back off. All right, cool. Did the Arsenal players come back out late? Wow, Man United got a goal back. No? Oh, my days. Højlund, is it a foul? No goal? No, it's a goal. 2-1. It is 2-1. Højlund scored. Man United got a goal. Bloody hell. Just saw it quickly as I was looking at the Arsenal game. Damn. Right on prediction. See what Rashford can do when you pass the ball. Yeah, I just saw it. I just saw it at the corner of my eye. I was switching channels because I had two screens showing Arsenal for no reason. Bayern Munich nearly went 3-1 up. Nearly went 3-1 up. But as I was looking, for some reason, I had two Arsenal screens up. And then I see Højlund just getting that goal. There you are. There you have it. 50 minutes gone almost. Did Arsenal, were they late kicking off? Or is it just me? They don't seem to be near Man United's time. Man United now in corner for Bayern. Bayern Munich. Oh, Man United need to get that cleared away. Cleared away. There's no way. Please take Eriksen off. People are saying. Interesting. Man United shouldn't still have to start Eriksen, to be honest, in 2023-24 season. Don't get me wrong, there's some things he can do which pass the ball, but apart from that, he's not giving you enough, man. Dynamism. He's not carrying the ball enough. He's not going to tackle and win the ball back. He's not going to even shooting wise, that's gone from his game. So yeah, it's not good. It's really not good. You need to get someone else in there. It's meant to be Mount, but Eriksen. Get him off now. Penalty. Give the pen. Oh, it might be a pen. You might be right. Let's see. Referee. I'm just watching him go to the system. The ref's checking. It might be a penalty to Bayern Munich. It might be a penalty, guys. I'm just watching this again. Eriksen's hand was up here. I think that's a penalty. It's an unnatural position. I know but then again, it is quite close. But what I would say is that his hand is in an unnatural position. I think it's kind of like that. So I'd say that's a penalty. It's close. If his arm was by his side and it hit his arm, then I'd say no. But because his hand was in an unnatural position, there's no real reason for his hand to be up there. Yeah, he's giving away a penalty. Penalty's been given. There's no need for his hand to be up there. No need. You're not even jumping. If you're jumping, then yeah, cool. But he's not jumping. He's on the floor. No need for his hand to be up there. Penalty. Penalty to Bayern Munich. Harry Kane will take it as well. Harry Kane will take it. So unless we're going to see something that doesn't happen very often, then not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good. Really, really poor. All right. Harry Kane putting the ball on the spot. Arsenal in possession, chilling. They're loving life. Here's Ben White. Plays it back to Saka. Kane's taking the penalty. Clipped over the top. Jesus could be 4. He's overcomplicated it. Should have finished, man. Took your touch. Great pass. Kane, what a penalty. What a penalty. Does not get any better than that for Harry Kane. Lethal. Serious offender. As Dave said in Top Boy. Wow. That was a very good... That's the perfect penalty, honestly. That is the perfect penalty. Power, precision, back of the net, bottom corner. Just look at that penalty. That's unsavable. Unsavable. Here's PSV coming forward. Tackled. Fair play to them. They're having a go. Odegaard. Oh, shoot, the header short. 3-1 to Bayern Munich. Harry Kane. Reguilon tried to get in his head. It's not going to work. There you are. Man United, as much as they were just back in the game, they're now back out of it. Mad. You want to see a 5-1? Here's Lindelof playing it down the left-hand side. Reguilon now. Checks back in. Intercepted. Go on, Bayern Munich. I want to see a massacre. I want to see a massacre. That's enough balling around. Ball into the box. Arsenal looking to make it 4. Trossard. Cleared away. PSV. Havertz gets the ball back. Sorry, Rice that was. Trossard again. So Bayern Munich here with Gnabry. I need to see a 5-1 Class A. You know the rest. I had forgotten how enjoyable Champions League nights are when your team is in the competition. Should be 4. Oh. Here's Hairline on the break with Rashford. Tackled. Taken away. Arsenal looking so relaxed. Yeah, PSV, man. PSV, They've had that, like they've had a go. They just don't have the quality. They do not have the quality. They've had a go. They do try to get bodies forward and commit. That is the problem, because Arsenal are just they're more than happy to play this back and forth with PSV. Arsenal will say, "Listen, you can have it. We'll defend. We'll defend." Sorry, and then once they get the ball back, bang, counter attack. And Jesus, Trossard, Saka, they just have had so much space on the break, and you can't give those guys time and space. So Arsenal are just happy to do the back and forth. Happy to do the back and forth. Let me check the possession stats actually. Bayern Munich coming forward again. Let me take a look. Possession stats. We have Arsenal. Yeah, this is exactly what I would have thought. Arsenal 52%, PSV 48%. Back and forth. 10 shots each. Back and forth. Arsenal way more accuracy with 7 on target, 3 for PSV. It's really just back and forth. No big chances for PSV. Back and forth because Arsenal know they got more quality. PSV playing into their hands a little bit, but hey, that is the Dutch way. Jesus holding it. Really good hold-up play from Jesus. Musiala, I'm just watching this replay. Sané. Oh, off the post. Sané should be 4. Should be 4-0. They're saying Onana's a hologram in the chat. Listen, you got to be careful what you say, man. When I heard that, I was like, why would you say that before the game? It just, like, why would you give him more ammunition to prove you wrong, more motivation? I just don't understand. Such a weird quote. I think he's a little bit rattled right now. I can't lie. What he's doing is not really making any sense. Put Palestri under bare pressure as well. Palestri's first start for Man United in how long? And immediately put him under bare pressure, saying that Davis is not a good defender. So by the very same token, you should be ripping the shit out of him, basically. Mad. I don't understand it. I don't think he's really thinking. I can't lie to you. I don't really think he's thinking things through. Don't understand. There's a time and a place to be a disciplinarian. And listen, I get it. I understand he needs to take control of the squad and whatnot. But I think you got to pick your moments as well as a manager. Like you need to pick your moments, man. Trossard, ball in. Acris. Oh, that's actually a shocking cross. Very unlike him. Very unlike him. Saeed is at the game. He is. United getting moved to. Like, why is Eriksen still on the pitch? Man United just have not got enough options in midfield right now, you know. They really don't. All of their midfielders have got something wrong with them. You know. Oh, what a flick. Is that offside? Odegaard, I think it is. What a flick. What a flick. Oh, dear. Deary me. $93K. $59,000. Bloody hell. Zoom. Yeah, 59 minutes gone. Can't wait for Saeed's post-match reaction. It's going to be crazy. Fuck's sake. 60 minutes gone. So Man United coming forward in possession. Header's being won by Kim Min-jae. He's getting cleared now. Booted away. Absolutely booted away. Reece Nelson's coming on. goals show. Ericsson. Keeping possession. Ericsson's basically dropped in between the two centre-backs now for Manchester United. Playing out wide. Here's Dallo, Palestri, Davis, and Kim Min-jae on this one. Kim Min-jae. Just bullying United, man. Bullying them. Too strong. Davis is going to intercept. Davis. Davis is loving it. He's living life. Gnabry. Oh, here's Musiala. Loads of space. What a carry this is. Sane. Shot saved. Kane. Sane was where was Sane? He's in the box, yeah. It's a good strike, good save from Onana. Musiala, what a run. Yeah, near post, good save, but pretty easy one, routine. Musiala, yeah, what a run. Maybe, man. Listen. Football is all about systems. I don't think there's too much discrepancy between the players anymore. I can't lie. I think the gaps in quality between players is getting less and less, and everybody's got a wider pool to scout from. So everybody's seeing the same players. It's not like the old days where Arsene Wenger used to have a hold on the French, pool of players, and he was just picking up these gems that, Bolton Wanderers would not even have a clue. They would just say je m'appelle. They wouldn't have a clue about any other words. They wouldn't have a clue about the league, nothing. They're just scouting in England, do you know what I'm saying? Focusing on everything in England. Half of the Barclays Premier League, if not more than half, 60-70% would just purely be looking at players in England. Half of them. The Owen Coyles are not exactly trying to find the next best French talent. Alan Kirbishley, them man. So the Premier League's changed. Premier League's changed. Everybody's got access now. It's just whether or not you know how to sync it all up, system-wise, manager-wise. Effectively, what we're saying is Brentford had a better goalkeeper than Arsenal last season. If Raya is starting at Arsenal, right, then effectively, what is Onana doing? What is Onana doing in this world? What is this man doing? Are you man watching this? This guy is parrying and pushing and palming, shot straight down. Oh my days, he's lost it. His head's gone. His head is actually gone. Little bit of dip and swerve. What's going on? Yo, Onana's lost his head. Here's Saka. Rice. This is mad. He's lost the plot. His head is doing circles right now. Head spinning. But yeah, as I was saying, just everyone's got that access now. So it's oh, it should have been 4. It should have been 4-0 to Arsenal. It should have been 4. There was a queue of players waiting. Reece Nelson's absolutely bodied. I think it's Bakayoko. I'm not sure on that right side. Found Havertz. Havertz clips it in. Jesus got a toe on it. Yeah, wide. Almost took out his own player. I think we need one more goal from Bayern Munich, a minimum. 4-1 is damning. 3-1 is a pretty acceptable scoreline. It's not good, but it's acceptable. If you don't even look at the game, if you just look at the scoreline, you look at a 3-1, you think, nah. 4-1 is when it starts to become a little bit of a battering. So that's what we kind of need one more goal for the streets. I can't lie. For the streets, we need it. For the streets. No, you don't. Oh, Coman. Now Bayern Munich got some fresh legs. Ball into the box. Headed across, cleared. Done well there, Palestri. Casemiro. Davis. Davis is defending today. Davis is defending. Davis is handling his business. Manager's got that one wrong today. No. Eriksen shouldn't be starting for Manchester United, but the problem is on the ball, Man United don't have anybody better. And then when they bring on the McTominays that are off the ball, going to cover more ground, maybe. McTominay on the ball is pretty average. He's got a good strike of the ball for Scotland, and that's really about it, and an engine. So it's not enough, man. Man United just do not have midfielders that cover the long list of attributes that midfielders need to cover. You need to be able to pass. You need to be able to carry the ball. You need to be able to be press resistant. You need to be able to put in a tackle and intercept and cover ground. And if you can shoot, again, that's a bonus now. We're getting into bonuses, but you need to be able to cover all of those traits. You're in the middle of the park. You're where all the action takes place. Everything that you need is going to be used in that position. You know, you're going to use all those attributes in the middle. So if you're limited playing in centre midfield, playing for a top club is not really for you, or even a very good club. There's not going to be a time in midfield where you don't have to use one of those attributes. So it's an absolute traffic jam in there. It's chaotic. You need to be able to think on your feet. And the only way you'll be able to, you know, handle the traffic that goes on in midfield is if you've got many tools in your bag that you can pull out. If you need to be able to dribble, you can do it. If you need to be able to pass, bypass a couple players, you can do it. So Man United don't have that. They've got too many players that can't do a whole heap of things. And that's why picking their team is so difficult, because it's always if buts and maybes. They don't have any absolutes, as Redmond would say. So red card for Inter Milan. Saliba. What's going on for the other Champions League games? Let me take a look. Let's take a look. Yeah, Kim's having a good game. Europe. Let's take a look. So Sevilla are 1-1 with Lens. Braga 1-0 down at home to Napoli. Benfica 2-0 down at home to Salzburg, red card. And Inter Milan 1-0 down at Sociedad. Arnautovic started that game. Made a few changes. Barella starts. 69 minutes. Bayern Munich got a counter-attack. Sane, who's moved over to the left. Coman on the right. Davis. I hope Bayern Munich are not going to start seeing the game out with 20 minutes left. I hope they put their foot on the pedal and go and get another goal. Inter Milan are struggling. This is what I'm saying. This is why I didn't want to overgas them too much. Like, honestly, they slapped up AC Milan, but then they have nights like that as well. So I don't know. It's a weird team. It's a weird team, man. A tough team to judge sometimes, Inter. Here's Rashford. What is Smith Rowe? Smith Rowe's coming on, yeah. Well, I've said his name enough times, so let's see him. Let's see him. Yeah, Sociedad finished. They finished 4th last season in La Liga, I think. Finished 4th. Harry Kane's going to switch it out to Sane, left side. Bayern Munich are playing at walking pace now. They have no intensity. They're just chilling, keeping the ball, working their way through. Sane, Kane, Davis. Oh, he's overhit that Kane. Clipped in. Coman. Cleared. Chested down. Here's Musiala. This weather in the UK is disgusting, honestly. I went out to film today to try and do a collab with another Chelsea YouTuber. We was meant to be filming outside, and the rain was bucketing down like never before. So frustrating. I've had to order an umbrella. We've got to that time of the year now. The sun is over, so it's finished. Yeah, even Napoli as well. Yeah, Napoli started the season. How many points are they on? I haven't really spoken too much about Napoli at all this season. One of the games either. They drew at the weekend, did they? No. For the international break. Napoli currently 5th, 2 wins, 1 draw, 1 defeat. I would hope so. I would hope so. If they don't, then I'm a be one sad man. I'm gonna be one sad man. So I'm hoping. I think they will. I don't know when though. Might have to wait a lot longer than I anticipated. Ball's in the box, cleared. PSV are coming forward, still trying to get a goal. Fair play to them that they haven't just completely given up the game. They're actually still trying to push forward, put themselves about. Fair play. Is it 4-0? Clipped over the top. Here's Havertz. Smith Rowe. Nelson. Smith Rowe again. Nelson. Odegaard. Odegaard unleashes. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's a proper finish. Finishing has been on point today. Finishing has been on point. Outside the area, picked his corner, drilled it bottom corner. No chance. Gotta give this team credit where it's due, man. Shit, they ain't playing. They ain't playing tonight. Smith Rowe out to Nelson. Created the width. Nice play from Smith Rowe. Back to Nelson again. Just kept maneuvering it. Odegaard in way too much space. Picked his corner. They did their thing today. They did their thing today. Not any moment in this game did they look like they was going to give PSV a chance or a sniff. I don't actually know how many shots on target PSV have even had. They had equal shots in the first half, but I spoke about Arsenal's accuracy. PSV have had 4 shots on target to Arsenal's 8. Yeah. You dare Ange to attack. How does he pick? Bro, do you know what is with Odegaard? Yeah, he has this finish now. This is his finish. Like, I've been watching his evolution in this goal scoring arc that he's on from last season, where he equal the goals for a midfielder or something? I can't remember what the statistic was, but he had a great season last season for goals and assists. And I think it was GA. It was more GA based. And a lot of these shots that he's taking, he's proper just drilling them in that bottom corner. He's found his sweet spot. He's found his sweet spot. Here's Nelson. Nelson's cutting. Oh, blocked. Yeah, 15 non-penalty goals. That was it. Yeah. Because obviously Saka was on the penalties. So yeah, Odegaard didn't take them. So yeah, non-penalty goals. All in open. Well, I don't know. Did he take? I don't know if he took a free kick or anything, but I think all in open play. Football comes in cycles. Arsenal been shit for years. They're only just starting to get good again. Yeah. Football does go in cycles. Not in every country though. Sometimes it's just dominance for 10 years or so. But listen, maybe City will do that. You never know. At this point, here's Ben White. I'm still waiting on. I'm still waiting on that fourth goal for Bayern Munich. I'm charging it to the game. I've said I need that fourth goal for my own selfish reasons, and I don't understand why we're playing at walking pace. Let's go. There we go. I need that fourth goal. It's very important. It's very important. These guys clearly not understanding. They're just Bayern Munich are just chilling. They don't understand. People are watching this, you know. They're just chilling. You're only 2 goals ahead. 1 goal for Man United. They're back in the game. Get the third goal. The third goal to create the third goal gap. The fourth. Make it a 3-goal gap, and then we can start walking. What's going on here? 2-goal gap is not really a walking situation to me. They're just chilling. Last 10, 15, they're just chilling. Here's Rice. Havertz. In behind, past Vieira, is it? Cutting in. Havertz. He wants to get a shot off, but he's too predictable on that left foot. They know exactly what he's going to do. He desperately wants to get a goal there, Havertz. Oh, what a save. What a save from Onana. Could have been 4. Could have been 4. What a save. What a save. It's a madness. Come on. We just want the 4th goal. We're not asking for much. Honestly. We're not asking for much. Don't make it seem like we are. Come on. Ball comes into the box. Punched away. They got 12 minutes. I'm just keeping Arsenal in the corner of my eye because they look like they're going to score again as well. PSV is shocking. It's just the way they've chosen to approach the game. Now, you have to give Arsenal credit for sure, because listen, the way they play, like I said earlier, I think the way that they play, they're going to make these games look easier than they even maybe are, because just their style of play, they should be bopping teams. The only reason why they really went out to Sporting is because they took the piss a little bit, is they rested their team. And if they had played their strongest team, I think from minute 1, I think they would have just about, they would have got through. They rested their players, and they had to bring them on, and they were chasing, and things got out of hand. But if they play their style for what they do the majority of last season before the panic set in, then they should be sweeping these teams. And I think, avoiding a difficult draw in the Champions League knockouts, and I mean difficult when I say like Man City or Real Madrid, they should be looking to go to the semis. I know it's their first time back, but it doesn't really matter. Quality of football that they play, they should be aiming to go to the semis. I've seen teams that play nowhere near the level of football they play get to the semi-finals, so they should be able to get there. They have depth, have options. Timber will come back towards the end of the season, might go again in January. There's not really any reason why they shouldn't go for it, unless the only reason why they might is it'd be Premier League. I personally feel like Man City, they will kind of have a little bit of a gap, it feels, and they'll win it. So I don't know. I don't feel like the title is really realistic for anyone. I feel like Man City are going to win it, and until someone else wins it to prove us otherwise, we're just going to continue to think Man City will win these titles. So may as well have a go in the Champions League, man. may as well either go in the Champions League and, you know, get to the semis, like I said, minimum. You look at their group, it's favorable, of course. Sevilla, you know, we know what they do, but they'll probably, Sevilla will be looking to go back to the Europa League so they can win that. They'll be looking to finish third, because that's what they do. Lens is, listen, this is their first time in Champions League football. I think they had a big celebration, big party at the end of last season about it. And PSV, as we saw tonight, nowhere near, and they've got rid of a lot of key players. So it is a good group for them. It's not a difficult group. It's maybe even a little bit of a Europa League group. But yeah, listen, you still got to put the teams away. Here's Sane on the left, but I will look forward to watching against, you know, the better oppositions in this competition. But I don't think there's many teams, like I said, that are necessarily better. It's not many. They're definitely not more than 2 or 3. And I think for me, I'm only really saying Real Madrid because they've got pedigree. But if we're talking about style of play, I don't really feel like you should even be thinking that Arsenal can't even go up against Madrid, to be honest. They should be able to go up against them. It's just going to, I think that the thing that is the defining factor with Madrid is more the experience and the know-how, less so than the style of play. I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal were to play very well against Real Madrid, but in the fine margins, Real Madrid just find a way because they've got that inevitability about them. But in terms of going toe-to-toe with them on the pitch, I think Arsenal will be able to take the game to them, to be honest. But they ain't got the experience in the Champions League, so that will let them down. So, yeah. I wish I didn't have to say all of these things, but it's only from what I'm watching. Here's Sane on the left. And we saw last season, you know, 2 Serie A clubs get into the semis. The landscape is changing a bit in the champs. There's a lot of teams that need to fix up and perform. Barcelona, one of them. Let's see what they do this season, Barcelona. It's been a few years now since they actually got far. We had Villarreal the season before, I think, in the semi-finals, didn't we? So, yeah, there's a lot of teams that need to step up, man. Yeah. Listen, if they get like a Bayern or Madrid, it'll be interesting. But I still feel like Bayern are missing a few things as well. They need that DM. They need to go back in for Paulinho in January. Honest to God, they need to go back in for Paulinho or whoever. But you know, I'm assuming Paulinho is a genuine target. I think check out that right back situation. What is going on there? Some sort of decision needs to be made, I think, and then we go from there. I think, and they should be okay. Here's Havertz. Okay. Let's see. Barca always got Bayern. Why is Rashford playing on the right? I don't know. Don't think he's particularly effective on the right. But listen, Man United are running out of players. Garnacho's come on. He's obviously better off the left. So Rashford has to go on the right. They're very lopsided, Man United. Now that Anthony's obviously not available, and Sancho was able to play both flanks really at Dortmund, but now it looks like he can play neither flank. He needs to be playing in the 10. So outside of Anthony and Palestri, they don't really have anybody else out there that I can think of. So, but yeah, Rashford on the right it's not it. Bayern Munich are taking a break anyway. They're not even involved. Arsenal going to get the 4th. They're pushing for it. Smith Rowe, Nelson cleared, headed away again. Here's Vieira, Odegaard, Havertz, Arsenal still pushing out for inevitable. No, I still believe it's too early for me. Now, I understand your frustrations, right? I get it. And I think there has to be massive questions around what is he trying to build, because it's not clear. I think it looks like a team that wants to play on transition with who he signed, and a team that, yeah, they don't want to dominate possession, so to speak. They want to play, they want to get the ball forward quickly. But he needs to be taken away from that role of heavy. I don't know the ins and outs of Man United. Maybe you do have a director of football, but whoever it is, whoever's meant to be in charge of transfers is not doing a very good job, because it's you're not getting value for money in the market either. You know, you look at, and I'm speaking from a person with experience in this. You know, you guys are splashing, overpaying. You know, as we overpaid for Cucurella and Kepa and Lukaku and all these guys, you're overpaying for Anthony and even Mount. You know, I think with 1 year left, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty happy with the money. So yeah, I just feel like you guys are getting a bit mugged off in the transfer market right now. You need to get yourselves together a little bit. So, but no, I wouldn't swap the managers, because there's no point in doing that. But I definitely think you need to stick it out a little bit. I don't know who you want to come in. I don't know. If you've got someone that you want to bring in, then fair enough. But I think you just need to restructure your club a little bit. I do think you're in a bit of a merry-go-round of bad recruitment, lack of structure, which has been going on for years. So it depends on who you're looking at to bring in. But I think the merry-go-round of managers probably got to stop right now. If it is a drop-off this season, then try and rectify it and you go again next season, you know. And it depends if you're really dead set on how you want to play the game as well. I don't know if certain fans are dead set when they want to play a certain style. And if he's under-delivered and sold you dreams where you thought he was going to play one way and then you're playing another. But really, if he's winning, that's probably the only thing that matters right now. It's getting back some trophies in the bag and winning games. But long term, if you don't play a certain style, do you really have a future? It's questions to be asked. It's questions to be asked. Got to get better at selling. Anthony. Don't know what's going to happen on that one. Oh, that's a nice flick, you know. Oh, shit. Do you know what? Casemiro, so you know what? Serve Bayern Munich right. Serve them right. It's not a simple lead that you got there. I said one goal can change the game. These guys been walking it, playing around, pissing about. They could have put this game to bed a while ago, and they've been pissing around. So you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. That's what happens. That's what happens. They had that coming. I can't lie. They actually had that coming. They had. There's no need for this. They easily could have won this game 4-1. They could have easily put this to the sword. They started walking. Idiots. Stupidness, honestly. PSV 4. Arsenal 4, PSV. No response in that game. Won't be coming. Can Man United actually come back? Saeed is going off somewhere. He's going off. Never question. I wouldn't mind this Bayern team in the knockouts. Yeah. Bayern, they're not good defensively from what I saw against Leverkusen. They leak. They do leak. They do leak. Muller masterclass. No, it's their own fault. You know, when you got a 2-goal lead in any game, the game is not over. No matter how bad the other team are playing. 2-goal lead is not. It's not it. It's not game over. A 3-goal lead, for me, that's when you can say, okay, with the right changes and the right game management, the game really should then be over. If you're giving away a 3-goal lead, you're just foolishness. Now you don't even deserve to win the game. But 2-goal lead, 1 goal changes everything now. Man United will feel like they have a chance. I still think they're going to lose the game. I think they've left it too late, but Bayern shouldn't even be in this position. Bayern Munich should not be in this position. They made it more difficult than it needed to be today, especially in the second half. Yeah, I said 2-1. Close game. Both teams to score. Bayern Munich just to edge it, but it's a shame. I thought they could be a bit more serious in the second half, but they decided to be a bunch of clowns. Start taking the piss. They got too cocky. I don't know. They got too cocky. Giving it away now. Man United. Well, now it comes across as a respectable day out. You know what I mean? Right side. Ball in. Off the post. Oh. Off the post. Man United. Could have been 4. Clipped over the top. Oh, a bit of space. Oh! Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Tell. That's the second time Manchester United have got themselves back into the game. And within minutes, it's been taken away from them. Jesus. Saeed must be going through it, man. He is going through it. Ridiculous. What is going on at Manchester United, man? Get back into the game twice. And it's gone within minutes. Look. Ball watching. Everybody in that line is ball watching. They're not playing offside and they're ball watching. Tell's in between. And the right back and centre back. Simple for Bayern Munich. Ball watching, man. There's only one striker to watch there in that box, and they've not watched him. So, and coming off the bench is great, man. Much better than starting. Tell coming off the bench is a problem. He's been doing much better. I remember the start of the season when Kane wasn't there yet, and he was starting and he was missing bare chances. I think it was against Leipzig, and he had to come off. I was thinking a lot of pressure on young shoulders, but I think coming off the bench, tired legs, comes on, very technical player, makes his impact, goes home. Nice little cameos. It's good for him. Happy for him. 2-1 Napoli. Liverpool playing against Lask tomorrow. I don't know what that's going on there. Brighton against Athens. I won't be covering that because I've got Big Six at 9, it seems. I won't be covering the Brighton game, but I'll be trying to do some of the Brighton group games for sure. Here's Martial, right side. Bruno, Martinez. Onana clears. Paulinho signed a new contract with Fulham, even though he probably knows Bayern will come back for him in January. Do you think he was smarter than Caicedo and added a release clause? You would hope so. You would hope so. He needs to have a release clause in there because he's not getting any younger. He's, 28? So if he wants his move, he needs it now. He needs to leave now. And, the only way to guarantee that is with a release clause. So I hope for his sake that his agent patterned that one properly. Otherwise, Fulham have every right to do what they want to do there. But I think they will cash in. I think they'll cash in. What? Well, it's too late now. Fuck me. Bruno. Bang. 4-3. 4-3. Bruno's done his job today. Stepped up. He was asked, step up. He stepped up. Job done for Bruno. 4-3 to Bayern Munich. This game is nuts. Oh my days. Has that touched? Oh, it's touched Casemiro. It's not even Bruno's goal. Sorry. I thought it went all the way through. I've just watched the replay. It's touched Casemiro. Yeah, Casemiro's headed it in. 2 goals for Casemiro today. All right, Bruno, you didn't do what you need to do. Sorry. Yeah, mad. This is ridiculous. The poll of most goals. Well, we said who would get out of the group in the next poll. 57% said no. Is it offside? You're saying offside? Oh, they're checking the goal? Okay. Give it a minute. Bayern Munich can't defend. Goal given. Both these teams can't defend. So at least we chose that one well. What a stupid game. What a stupid game, but a great game, I guess. I don't know whether or not to be entertained or to be unimpressed with the defending. I don't know which one. It's a strange one. Yeah, it does. It does. Proper FIFA match, honestly. I don't know what I just witnessed, to be honest. I'm not going to lie to you. Bit of a mess. A bit of a mess. Arsenal coming to a close. Full time, both the games you're saying. Yeah, I've got about 7 seconds left. Good Champions League action today. Not going to lie. Not bad. We had a total of 11 goals tonight in these 2 games. So I'll take that, especially after the 0-0 that I covered yesterday. I'll definitely take that. I'll cash that in. Arsenal were always going to win their game. So it is what it is, especially when I saw the way PSV were playing. Didn't even give it a second thought. But other game, I don't know. Have fun analysing that. Absolute mess of a match, honestly. Absolute mess of a match. Way too much chaos. Onana, the lights were bright. Casemiro trying to cheer him up. Pelestri couldn't get nothing out of Davis. Ten Hag got that one wrong. Not playing Pelestri, but just talking about Davis in the first place. Should have just said nothing about him and his defending. But yeah, Hairline gets his goal off the mark. Bruno Casemiro gets his couple of goals. I just feel like the defending at times was just insane. Both teams, but yeah, listen. They did have the better attack by Munich, so if you go blow for blow and you lose against that front three of Gnabry, Kane, and Sané, you can't really be confused about it. Open Maguire in defence at the other, then what else is to be expected? Oh my god. It's mad. It was mad. I mean, that right-hand side was just weaker for Bayern Munich anyway, because the right back stroke midfielder for Leipzig playing out there instead of Mazraoui. Left side, Davis absolutely destroyed Pelestri pretty much, and obviously Kim Min-jae out on that left-hand side was pretty damn good as well. So the right-hand side is definitely the weak point for Bayern. And on top of that, they don't really have a 6 as well. So yeah, there's a lot of goals to be given against Bayern Munich. Honestly, if you're brave with them and you attack them, you will get some change. I want to take a look at the Bundesliga actually before I wrap up, because I just want to see the goals conceded for Bayern actually this season. See if they're conceded 4 in 4, so not actually too bad. Not a disaster. 2 against Leverkusen, 3 again tonight. 1 against Mönchengladbach, 1 against Augsburg. But yeah, 3 of those first 4 pretty much expected wins. Leipzig coming up soon, 30th of September. I think that's what, next weekend. We'll be there. We'll try to be there. I think it's Saturday, 5:30 kickoff. So that could be a good game. Obviously, Leipzig absolutely smashed the crap out of them in the German Super Cup. So I do have invested stocks in that game. I can't lie. I'm kind of intrigued. Fair play to Arsenal. Arsenal got a very easy group, so you know they're going to make it look very easy as well. It's a kind of like a Europa League level group, but they're gonna wipe that group up, man. What I want to see is Arsenal against those top teams, how they play, but they're gonna sweep those teams, and then when they get to the latter rounds, I think they're better than most. You know, there's only a couple of teams, like I said, Madrid and maybe City. But if Arsenal were to come up against that Bayern Munich side that we saw today, the way that they defend, Arsenal could score a whole truckload of goals against that team. So I don't know. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. No easy games in the champs. All these teams in the champs besides City and Arsenal are dead. I think Real Madrid you have to always put in this bracket too, because you can't disrespect Real Madrid in the Champions League. They just have the heritage. They have the history. This is their competition. This is their competition as much as Sevilla's competition is the Europa League. So I always put Madrid in there by default, but by no means are they untouchable. You know, they're playing Joselu up front sometimes. It's not exactly the glitz and glamour all the time, but yeah, it's inevitable. They won their 1-0 at the end today, last minute. Bellingham Crazy. Barcelona looking good. Yeah, I need to watch more of Barcelona. They got Lewandowski, they got João Felix now as well. Obviously, Dembele left to PSG, still looking for a goal or an assist in his PSG first 5 games. I'm looking forward to watching them as well. Moani up top, obviously Ramos. They got Mbappe. So there's some good attacking trios out there that I need to be keeping an eye on. I want to watch Barca. See De Jong, heard great things about him yesterday as well. So yeah, definitely want to check that out. Even Havertz played good. Yeah, the only thing with him, he just needs to get a goal, man. He needs to get a goal. You can see it with his finishing. He's a little bit rusty and he always wants to shift onto his left. Yeah. Even Saka, I said it before, even Saka, he's clearly left-footed, but he will shoot with his right. You know, you can't be too predictable. Unless you're some sort of Iron Robin out here, that you're just unstoppable with your pace, dribbling and then finishing, where it's predictable, but it's so good that it's that level, it's unstoppable. You need to work on your right foot, man. You can't be just out here shifting the ball into your left constantly, like an Anthony would do as well. So he just needs to be able to just lace it with his right. Not asking for nothing crazy, but you should be able to just give it a good whack. That's what Saka's been doing. Saka's been giving it a good account of himself on his right foot. And it just makes him a little bit more unpredictable. First goal comes from that tight angle, gets it in. So I think Havertz needs to work on that. He's not good enough to be predictable, is my point. You know, he's not a level of player where he can afford to play his way. He must adapt with the game and try and use some tools outside of just the left foot and little clips and dinks. But yeah, Smith Rowe coming on as well. Fair play to him. He was involved in the final goal. I've been talking about Smith Rowe a lot. Is he going to play this season? Is he going to get his chance in that kind of like left half space? And when he come on, to be fair, he was good. He linked up well. Obviously, by this point, the game's done. It's pretty open. PSV are still putting people forward, trying to get a goal. I don't know why. And Smith Rowe had a good, good. It was a good time to come on. So we'll see if he can carry that into other performances. So yeah, let's see. Let's go through some of these last few comments. Exactly, because his left foot is not even good enough shooting wise. That's why I'm even more encouraging his right. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling this man, if you're going to be a jack of all trades, you need to be a jack of all trades. If you're not going to be a special player, it's not special player. If you're not going to be a specialized player in any few attributes, you need to be a jack of all trades. Every trade, yeah. If you can't do certain things to the highest level, you need to be a jack of every trade. So he needs to work on that shit, 100%. Damn right. Good question. Do I think Sevilla can do anything? Let me see Sevilla, actually. Good question. Let me take a look at Sevilla. When was the last time I watched Sevilla? I watched them in Europa League last season. I haven't watched them this season at all. I've not watched any La Liga actually this season. I need to get to La Liga next. That's the one league I haven't looked at. I've watched every other top 5 league, but oh Jesus, they're 17th. The first 4 games, they're 17th. Not a great start to the season. Did win their last game. Drew again tonight. Who did they play tonight? They played Lens. Yeah, they drew. So I don't know. Sevilla don't seem to turn up unless it's Europa League. Maybe it's the theme song at the start of the game. They don't really seem to recognize the Champions League anthem and play to it. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like probably not. Probably not. Yeah, actually, you're right. I did watch that. Yeah. Forgot all about that. Saw Sevilla actually in the Super Cup. Completely forgot about it. Just didn't actually stick out in my brain that game. Completely forgot that even took place. So yeah, we watched Sevilla once this season against Man City. But yeah, nothing too special. We enjoy a good Bono performance though. I must say, but actually did Bono not leave? Is Bono still there? Was he not going to go to Saudi? Did that actually go through? Did he leave? I can't remember the goalkeeper. Did he leave? Please don't tell me he left. Oh, he left. Yeah, they're fucked. yeah, they're fucked. If he's gone, I'll forget about it. Is he gone to Saudi? Yeah, he did, didn't he? Yeah. He went to Al Hilal. Yeah, finished. Yeah, finished. No chance. Yeah, finished. Don't even ask that question again. Yeah, bro. The amount of times Bono got them out of jail, even against, I think, United as well. They bossed United in the second leg, but Bono was big in that tie. Yeah, forget about it. So yeah, that answers your question. They have Ramos, a Ramos at the end of his career, riddled with injuries at PSG. He won't be doing anything, I don't think. So not with that young, enthusiastic front three with all that pace and dynamism. Hell no. No chance. All right, cool. Let's wrap up. Subscribe, smash up the likes, guys. It's been a pleasure. We will be back. We will be there. Tomorrow, pretty meaty games. Liverpool are playing Lask. I don't know who that is. Brighton are playing Athens, but that's too late. And Aston Villa, I think, are playing someone as well. Can I even pronounce who they're playing? Let me take a look at who they're playing. Blah. I don't think I'll be covering these ones. I can't lie to you. Oh, they're playing the Polish team. Yeah, not bad, actually. I recognize them. But yeah, we won't be there. We won't be there. Talk to us in the knockouts. All right? All right, in a bit. Big up. Big up, 8-0. Come on.